can set it on there. That's just
okay. It's not going to fry it or anything?
Hey, I'll let you know if I want to say something. I'll kind of go like this so you guys have an idea when I want to say something. I probably won't say a whole lot.
We're live now. Jeff, can you say something so I can hear it over here?
Testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2. Yeah, in case there's a controversial call. I should have brought like my iPad or something. That would have been.
That will help you too in your shot.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta get my iPad.
Oh, yeah.
Someday I want to get
Well, as you can hear, we're kind of still getting the kinks out. If you're tuned in to watch the River Falls Wildcats take on the Rice Lake Warriors in varsity football, you've landed on the right spot on the interweb. And we'll take you to pregame here in just about 30 seconds. Give everybody a chance just to settle in. Let you enjoy the Rice Lake Band. I'm sure there are alerts going off on phones all over America, Jeff, right now, alerting them that the broadcast is on, and we might as well kick this thing off. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Fry's Family Community Campus in Rice Lake, Wisconsin. Big Rivers Conference football action tonight, where the River Falls Wildcats have traveled north to take on the undefeated 4-0 defending state champion Rice Lake Warriors. Good evening, everybody. I'm Kevin Westhouse, joined by Jeff Johnson and Bo Hursting. Jeff, how are you tonight?
I'm doing great. Beautiful ride up here to Rice Lake tonight.
It was pretty. I came on a little circuitous route. I come from the Madison direction, and 53 up from Eau Claire. That's a pretty drive, too. I haven't been up that road. Nice drive.
Yes, it is. Big crowd here at Rice Lake tonight.
Wow, big crowd. Just as kind of like Hudson, where you just have stands on one side of the field. And it's home and visitors kind of got to get intermingled, I guess.
Nice crowd from River Falls at the end of the stadium here.
Were there fan buses tonight?
I saw one fan bus being advertised earlier in the week.
I'm
not sure how full it was or not, but I know they were advertising for it.
Oh, good. Well, good. Hey, Big Rivers Conference football. I think we're in for a dandy tonight, Jeff. We got the undefeated 4-0 Rice Lake Warriors against the 3-1 and 1-1 in conference River Falls Wildcats. That's even kind of fun to say, 3-1 for the Wildcats.
Yes, it is. It's been a long, long time since the Wildcats were sitting at 3-1 halfway through the season, Kevin.
Mm-hmm. Coming off a big victory last week against the Menominee Mustangs. First time they had beat Menominee in 23 years, and a great win coming off that very tough loss to Hudson in the prior week, where they lost by 1 point on a blocked extra point. So we'll see if the Wildcats are riding high tonight. I know they have a high-power offense, and they're coming in against a high-powered Rice Lake offense, but I look at Rice Lake's 4 victories, and they have given up some points, Jeff.
Yes, they have. They've started out the season with a 46-32 victory over Medford. Then the only common opponent so far this year, the Warriors defeated New Richmond by a score of 36-33. As you recall from a few weeks back, River Falls defeated New Richmond 35-7. In week 3, the Warriors defeated Eau Claire Memorial by a score of 60-35. I believe they had 49 points at halftime of that game, and I'm sure there was a running clock for a good part of the second half. And then finally last week, the Warriors defeated Chippewa Falls by a score of 34-13.
So, yeah, evidenced by the scores there, kind of like I said, I think their offense is going to be fine. The Wildcats are going to have their work cut out for them tonight to try to shut down the Rice Lake Warrior offense. But, hey, the Wildcats also have a good offense. So they should be able to put some points up as well. What do you have going on for the River Falls Wildcats offense? I know we want to talk a lot about Seth Cole and, of course, Logan Gretz. Go ahead.
Seth Cole, the number 25 junior, great game last week. He was nominated for the WisSports.net High School State Player of the Week last week. He had 28 carries for 172 yards and 2 touchdowns. Seth was an absolute beast in the second half of that football game, where he was carrying players time and time again throughout the entire second half, and he willed the Wildcats to a victory.
If you haven't watched the second half of last week's game, you're going to want to take 30 minutes and go back and watch the second half of last week's game. Seth Cole took the team on his back, literally, and dominated that second half almost individually, running guys over. He went for about 130 yards in the second half, a couple touchdowns and a touchdown pass he threw for. Outstanding effort, and it was just fun to watch and be part of that.
It certainly was. The first 3 games of the season, the Wildcats had a lot of their yardage through the air. Logan Gretz off to a great start this season. He's completed 54 of 81 passes for 797 yards, 10 touchdowns against only 1 interception. Last week, numbers weren't anywhere near as high, but they didn't have to be. He was 7 of 14 for 33 yards last week. However, he had a absolutely huge touchdown run at the end of that game to give the Wildcats the lead for good.
It was a third down. They were on the 22-yard line. It was a 22-yard scamper, and it was a nice high-need run all the way to the end zone, and I think at that time it put the Wildcats out in front.
It did, and it gave them their first lead of the game after coming back from an 18-0 deficit late in the second quarter. And from that point forward, the Wildcats' defense bent a little bit on that last possession, but they were able to hold the Menominee Mustangs from scoring. And again, like you said, their first victory in 23 seasons over the Mustangs.
Defensively for the Wildcats, boy, let me see. Let's talk about a little bit. Chance Kamrowski. I just look at him. I see him, and I know Mike Keeley says, how do you recognize him so quickly? I say, how can't you recognize Chance Kamrowski? He's like an Adonis out there. Wears number 52, and he just looks like an NFL linebacker.
Yes, he does. Chance Kamrowski leads the Wildcats in sacks, along with Joel Stoffel with 3.5. He had a huge second half of last week's game against Menominee, and we will be calling his name a lot tonight.
Speaking of calling names, Mason Prigge is kind of a leading tackler, I believe.
Mason Prigge, the leading tackler. He's been on 24 tackles this season for the Wildcats, and another name that you'll hear often tonight for River Falls.
Adam Fireeisen playing center field at safety position.
Adam Fireeisen, probably in every sport he plays in, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, he always seems to have a nose for where the ball is. He has 23 tackles this season, a fumble recovery, a forced fumble, and 2 interceptions for the year. So wherever the ball is, you'll usually find Adam Fireeisen.
Hey, I'm going to be a little ADD here and go back to the offense and talk about the tight ends for the River Falls Wildcats. Joel Stoffel and Nate Rixman, 2 nice big targets for Logan Gretz.
Yes, they are. In fact, they have 3 targets. They add Peyton Flood to that group as well, wide receiver. Joel Stoffel, their second leading receiver, 13 catches for 178 yards for the year, 2 scores. Peyton Flood, they typically will look for him in the red zone. He's got 10 catches on the season, 3 touchdowns, and like you said, Nate Rixman, 5 catches for 61 yards for the season.
The crock pot.
The crock pot, as he's known, both on the football field and the basketball court.
Hey, we'd be remiss without mentioning, Jared Crean, but he's kind of in a class all by himself. Earned his nickname Primetime last week, wearing number 21, and boy, he's getting it done.
He certainly is. He had his quietest game offensively of the season last week, but Jared Crean leads the Wildcats, 23 receptions, a whopping 391 yards, 17 yards a catch, 5 touchdowns on the season for Jared Crean. He's just had a phenomenal start to the season.
Outstanding. So what else we got, Jeff? I think we're in for a dandy tonight. Rice Lake has kind of dominated River Falls over the past few years, but I think tonight we're going to see a good, probably a high-scoring game, and I think this is going to be anybody's game.
I think so, too. If obviously they don't have Vegas lines for high school football games, but I would certainly take the over in this one. I think you'll see a lot of scoring. The Warriors are led by their quarterback once again this year, number 7, Peyton Buckley. He's a senior. He has 507 yards passing this season with 9 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions. He's also their leading rusher for the Warriors. 53 carries for 321 yards, 4 touchdowns rushing on the season for Peyton Buckley. Again, another multi-sport athlete who's an outstanding basketball player as well.
It's good to see. Hey, there's a minute 7 on the clock. We're just moments away from the colors being presented tonight, and we'll let that take you up to the starting lineups and then kickoff, and we'll be back with you here in just a minute. Enjoy the pregame festivities.
On the Pregame Family Rice Lake Community Campus here in Dairy State Bank Stadium for tonight's Week 5 matchup featuring the Rice Lake Warriors and the River Falls Wildcats. We want to extend a special welcome this evening to alumni in the stands from the Rice Lake High School class of 1958, celebrating their 60th class reunion. Welcome. The class of 58 were sophomores when the current facility up here opened its doors in 1956. The Big Rivers Conference and Rice Lake High School remind you to support good sportsmanship. Please help foster that spirit of sportsmanship by appreciating the efforts of the players, coaches, and officials in tonight's contest in a positive manner. To honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask those who are able to stand, remove your hats, and place your hand over your heart. Current members of the armed services and veterans are encouraged to render the military hand salute. Participating in the pregame ceremony this evening will be the Rice Lake Veterans Center Honor Guard. The Honor Guard consists of members of the Rice Lake American Legion, VFW, DAV, AMVETS, and their auxiliaries. They perform military funeral rites in this area and participate in many parades and events. Honor Guard, thank you for your service tonight and your service to our country. Our national anthem this evening will be sung by the choir students from grades 6 through 12 under the direction of Susan Franco. Honor Guard, post the colors.
Well, good evening again, everybody, and welcome to Fry's Family Community Campus in Rice Lake, Wisconsin, where, Jeff, they say all the seats face the field, and it kind of looks like it tonight. Beautiful night for football, about 80 degrees, about 80% humidity. It's a warm one here in mid-September. Good evening, everybody. I am Kevin Westhouse, joined by Jeff Johnson and Bo Herstein, bringing you the action tonight. Big Rivers Conference action. Wildcats travel north to Rice Lake. Welcome aboard, everybody, and welcome aboard, Jeff.
Thank you. Great to be here. Beautiful night for football here in Rice Lake.
God, it is warm. I have a little sweat going. I feel like I was doing some pregame warm-up, got it kind of going down my back, but that's fine rather than being cold. And, we could be here in 3 weeks and fighting snow, I guess, so no one should complain about the heat. Boy, if you tune in tonight, you're in for a dandy. We're really glad you joined us. And it should be a great football game when it's on an artificial turf field here in Rice Lake. It's a beautiful complex, and I think it's going to be an outstanding football game. It's the 4-0 Rice Lake Warriors versus the 3-1 River Falls Wildcats.
This is the end of the Wildcats' 3-game, almost murderer's row type schedule, where they started off with a very tough conference loss to Hudson by a score of 28-27. Week 2 with a monumental victory over Menominee last week. First time in 23 years by a score of 25-18. And here's week 3, the defending Division III state champions.
I heard Mike Noreen told me that the Wildcats he saw were ranked 10th this week.
The Wildcats are ranked 10th in the WisSports.net Division II poll. The Warriors ranked number 3 in Division III, so something has to give this evening.
It does. Rice Lake in their navy blue uniforms with the bright yellow letters and bright yellow pants. Wildcats are coming in their LSU look tonight, all in white with the blue and yellow piping on the pants and shoulders.
I like it.
Looks good.
I like the Wildcat clean look.
It's clean. LSU-ish.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I was going to say I was at 80 degrees. It's probably close to 80, about close to 80% humidity. There's nary a breeze. If there is a breeze, it's 1 to 2 miles an hour out of the south tonight. That's blowing from right to left as you look at your screen.
I would say a little different conditions than the last game Bo and I announced, which was in Ellsworth after a torrential rainstorm, one of the worst I've ever seen. And
I can't believe you guys got that game off. I was almost writing that off, going, that thing's going to be rained out. And then, boy, it almost started on time. It was close.
It did. Yes, it did. A little better accommodations here in Rice Lake, I must say.
Boy, this is nice. You can spread out up here. They've done a nice job. Even Hardee's even caters for all the
catered meal
for everybody up here in the booth. So very nice accommodations. Very, very accommodating and very hospitable. So thank you, Rice Lake. River Falls will be receiving the ball. Kicking off for Rice Lake will be number 32, Dalton Drost, and back deep is Seth Cole. Low line drive squib kick fielded on by the up back number 10, Jackson Cleveland, and he'll get it out to about the 28-yard line, maybe 29, and that's where the Wildcats will shut up shop. 1st and 10 on their own 29. I talked to Jackson Cleveland last week at the Grand Slam Jam, and he was really feeling bad about dropping that interception that he had a chance for late last week.
I'm sure he was, but he made several big plays throughout that game and throughout several other games, obviously, this year, too, and it all ended well.
It all ended well, and, boy, that's what I said to him, too. I said, no one noticed. Trust me. Here we go, a twin receiver split up top here. Logan Gretz in the pistol formation. He'll hand it off to Seth Cole. He's looking for a little bit of hole. Again, just starts out running guys over, and Seth Cole for a tough 3.5 yards.
Looks like on that play, the Warriors had 8 or 9 in the box, I believe it looked like to me. So they will certainly be keying on number 25, Seth Cole, the 5'10", 190-pound junior captain.
2nd and 7 now for the Wildcats. Once again, pistol formation. Gretz back to pass, looking down the field. He's got a man, Cole, on a little out, and he's got room. He's got the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. He gone. Touchdown, Seth Cole. Woo! Little swing pass out to Seth Cole, and then, you know what I like to say, speed never has a day off, Jeff.
It never does. 63-yard catch and run. Logan Gretz to Seth Cole.
How exciting was that? He caught that kind of in the little nice pass by Logan to drop it right into Seth, kind of caught it on the run, but I didn't think he had a lot of room there, but boy, used his speed, and then the room came quickly.
That's what happens when you put too many guys in the box. They
get him outside. So Seth Cole with 2 touches, he's got 3 yards carry and a 63-yard reception. The extra point is up. It is good, and boy, with not even 50 seconds gone in the game, the Wildcats jump out to a quick 7-0 lead over the Rice Lake Warriors. Wow, didn't see that coming.
Well, we talked about how that over might be a good play tonight, Kevin.
Right.
And 46 seconds into it, we got a touchdown already. The Wildcats.
Yeah, the fictitious, very fictitious. Cheapo Casinos, this guy has that at 70. I might take the over.
We got 3 shout-outs already from some Wildcat fans watching at home. We got Mike Cayley, one half of the world-renowned experience watching tonight.
Yeah, they're down at him. He's with Gretz, and the other half of the experience are down in Milwaukee, and they've convinced an establishment to put the game on the TV, from what I understand.
Shocking they were able to do that. We have my lovely bride, Lori Johnson, watching. She says, "Go Cats." And Jack Haskins also watching at home.
My wife's probably tuned in, too. So my new line now at home when I leave and Colleen's there, the last thing I say is, "See you online." I'm not sure if that's too endearing, but that's about how it goes at our house a lot of times.
Yep, I hear you.
Oh, yeah, I got to update the score. There we go. you bring Bo Herstein along for a reason. And 7-0 Wildcats trying to, usually we have the judge on that, and he's taking care of all the down and distance and score. Not here tonight, so I'll just keep the score going and the quarters. I also have pregame, so let me get that out to first quarter as well. So
looks like we have the Clairvaux twins back to receive for Rice Lake. Number 5, D'Aris Clairvaux, and number 46, Marquez Clairvaux. That's Marquez.
Marquez gathers it on about the 20 and out to the 33. Pile's getting pushed forward, and it looks like the Rice Lake Warriors will set up 1st and 10 on their own 33. With 11:06 to go here in the first quarter, your scoreboard is now up to date and correct. Yes, it is. River Falls 7, Rice Lake nothing.
If you tuned in at 7:01, you obviously missed a lot. We started this game with a very long touchdown pass from Logan Gretz
to Seth Cole. Yeah, Seth ran the first play for 3 yards, and he got Seth loose on the side. Little swing pass, caught him in the stride, and he's on down the sidelines. He's scampered for 63 yards, I believe. Ball's on the ground, now picked up, and that play maybe is going to go for 1 or 2 yards. Little tough job by Peyton Buckley on the snap there. Ball went to the turf. He was able to gather it, and kind of a broken play goes for a yard and a half. Let's call it 2. We'll call it 2nd and a long 8.
Like we talked in pregame, Kevin, you're going to hear Peyton Buckley's name a lot tonight. He obviously, their quarterback, 507 yards passing so far this year, but he's also their leading rusher with 321 yards on the ground and 4 touchdowns. So you'll be hearing his name a lot, and he also plays defense as well.
Peyton Buckley under center, man in motion. Handed off to the up back. Gains about 3 more. It'll be 3rd and a long 5.
That looked like that was number 28, Torian Hubbard, on the carry. Hubbard, their 2nd leading rusher, 244 yards for the season with a touchdown.
He's going to make the all-names team tonight, Torian Hubbard. That's a nice name for a running back.
They're not making it easy for us here in Rice Lake. Lots of complicated names.
3rd and let's call it 6.5. Buckley under center, man in motion. They'll hand it off now, a little cross-buck play, and he's got first down yardage. Very quick hitter. Well, it wasn't a quick hitter, a little cross-buck play. Hands it off to the scat back going across, and that's number 46, Marquez Clairvaux, and Marquez gets himself about 7 yards, and enough for a Rice Lake Warrior first down.
The Clairvaux brothers are not the biggest tailbacks you'll see. Marquez, 5'7", 147-pound senior. His brother, D'Aris, number 5, 5'9", 156-pound senior. You'll hear those names a lot tonight too, Kevin.
Well, Marcus quick there. He got that football and hit that hole quickly. That was a pretty quick 7 or 8 yards. 1st and 10 now from the 45. Quarterback keeper. A little bit of an option. That'll gain probably 8, maybe 9. Peyton Buckley was going to hand it off, pulled it out of the gut of the running back, says, I'll take some of that, and he went for 9.5 yards.
Something tells me that's not the last time you'll see that play this evening. Peyton Buckley on the carry for just shy of a first down.
Buckley gets his team in the huddle. Now they make their way to the line. 9 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 Wildcats on a quick strike from Gretz to Cole. That time they'll hand it off. Once again on the option.
Hubbard
gives that to Hubbard. Gains about 4 and plenty for a first down. They'll move the chains. So Torian Hubbard runs, Marquez Clairvaux runs, and Darius Clairvaux runs.
Most of about 80% of the time they run the ball. A lot of carries between Buckley, Hubbard, and the Clairvaux brothers. Buckley with only 25 pass attempts throughout the entire season. So
give it to Hubbard one more time.
In fact, last week against Chippewa Falls, Buckley only put the ball in the air 5 times, Kevin. Completed only 1 pass. Happened to be a 47-yard touchdown. But you're going to see a lot of ground.
It's kind of like a 3-headed monster, and maybe a 3.5-headed monster if you include Buckley in that running game.
Yes, absolutely.
The Clairvaux brothers, Hubbard and Buckley, keeping the ball on the ground and moving it right now. They've run it down to about the 37-yard line.
Some more shout-outs here. Shiab Adam says, let's get it, Cats. Mitchell Williamson watching, let's go, Cats. Ellen Lowe, way to go, Cats. And Chuck Kamrowski tuned in at Luigi's saying, go Cats.
Like it. Once again, Hubbard will get the carry. I think he's just short of first down yardage. It'll leave a little bit of meat on the bone, probably 3rd and about 2.
I'd say there's a very high possibility here, Kevin. They're going to run the ball once again.
Probably a chance for Buckley maybe to keep it on a little bit of an option here. It'll either be a give or a Buckley keeper. Let's see.
Looks like they just brought in some bigger players to block.
They got the big package in there. Yeah, no receivers. Buckley under center. He does hand it off up the middle, and I think that's enough, about 3 enough for first down yardage. Hubbard once again on the carry.
Torian Hubbard, yes. Number 28, the 5'8", 170-pound junior for the Warriors.
Boy, they put up a lot of points in each of their games this year. We took 46-36. I'm not sure how they got all those points by running the ball like this and eating up all that clock. But
when I was looking at their numbers earlier today, a lot of long gains,
a
lot of long runs.
Back to pass. Oh. Headed towards the end zone, 5 and down to the 3.
That's number 9, Braden Verbsky on the catch. 6'1", 160-pound senior. Verbsky, that's only his 3rd catch of the year, but get these statistics, Kevin. He's got 2 catches, 110 yards, 55 yards a catch.
Wow. Well, I couldn't keep my eyes off of Jackson Cleveland. I think Jackson Cleveland, his eyes got big as softballs. I thought he was going to get a pick 6 there, and just out of his outstretched fingertips and got in behind him to the receiver, and then the receiver scampered down for about 20 yards.
Did a good job of jumping the route and just missed.
Just missed it. First and goal now from the 5 for the Warriors. They'll hand it off to number 46, Marcus Clairvaux. He'll gain about 2. Second goal now from the 3. 6:17, 6:16, 6:15 to go here in the first quarter.
See if the Wildcats can get a stop here.
Boy, it's just like Wisconsin Badger football. They're just going to wear you down on the ground, aren't they?
Yes, they are. It seems that that's their plan going in here.
Keeper. And looks like Peyton Buckley has found the end zone, fakes the handoff, and then gets the edge in about 4 yards, enough to get into pay dirt. And Rice Lake is on the board with 6 points here with 5:55 to go in the first quarter. Nothing fancy at all there.
Nothing fancy. Yeah. We just had the one pass to Verbsky. Other than that, it was run for the Warriors into the end zone.
Looks like they're going to go for 2. At least that's what it looks like here with Peyton Buckley under center. Now there's a timeout's been called by the Wildcats. Who said, hey, we weren't expecting that. Hey, it might be a good time to remind everybody that tonight's game is brought to you by the First National Bank of River Falls, the fine folks down in downtown River Falls, downtown Prescott, and on the campus of the University of Wisconsin, River Falls. First National Bank of River Falls, proud sponsors of everything Wildcat sport here on the River Falls Sports Channel on the YouTube.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Kevin. Coach Mark Vries watching tonight. Good start, fellas. I think that was said prior to the most recent score.
Yeah, nice start for the Wildcats. I got to put some more points on the board here now for Rice Lake. Guess I'm on double duty tonight. We'll get that up there for you, folks. 7-6, and Rice Lake is marching out. They're going to go for 2.
Looks like they still are. Buckley in the game, along with the Clairvaux brothers. Hubbard
in the backfield. Peyton Buckley is going to get up under center. Clairvaux kind of in a slot formation. Clairvaux now is in motion. They'll give it to Hubbard, headed for the end zone, and they say he's in. 2-point conversion. That was close. He got in by about half a yard. The side judge on the far side says, yep, that one broke the plane. 2 points.
We'll take a look at the replay here and see.
Pretty good push on that right side. Boy, they almost had him stacked up at the line, but just found a little crease just enough to get him across the end zone.
It was definitely an 8-7 Warriors. Only halfway through the first quarter.
So with 5:55 to go, 8-7. Rice Lake, they elect to go for 2, and they take the 1-point lead here.
Long ball control drive by the Warriors to start out with their first possession.
No mistakes, no penalties, just kept moving the ball.
In contrast to the Wildcats' first drive, which was a two-play,
quick hitter.
close to 70-yard drive with a capped off by a 64-yard reception by Seth Cole.
Here we go. The kick is away. Headed towards the sidelines, and
That's Jaden Schwantz.
knocked out of bounds by Jaden Schwantz at about the 10. That was kind of headed for out of bounds, wasn't it?
It appeared like it was, and looks like he got his hands on it right before it did go out of bounds. So poor field position for the Wildcats here.
Yeah, it was headed towards the sidelines. Jaden, I'm not going to say panicked, but he wasn't sure if he should let it go or not. And then he got a finger on it, and he kicked it towards the out of bounds, and went out of bounds at the 9.
Pretty clear that the Warriors are doing everything they can to keep the ball away from Seth Cole on those kickoffs.
Yeah,
the first
they are.
one they squibbed,
Yep.
and this one they kicked to the far right side of the field.
They aren't going to be able to keep it out of his hands here, though, and he gets the ball right there. And he's got a little bit of a crease and slips down after about a 7-yard gain.
If he wouldn't have slipped, it looks like it could have went for at least another 5 to 10 more. Nice hole opened by the Wildcat offensive line there.
2nd and 3 after the 7-yard first down gain off the legs of Seth Cole. He's got 2 carries for 10 yards and 1 63-yard touchdown reception. Cole again. Jukin, jiving, headed towards first down yardage. He's going to be really close.
First down.
Move the chains, says the side judge, and the Wildcats keep this drive moving with 5:20 to go here in the first quarter. 8-7, Rice Lake. Beautiful night for football. Once again, I'm Kevin Westhouse, joined by Jeff Johnson and Bo Herstein, trying to get it done tonight. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. You should be in for a dandy. Entertaining thus far. Cole again, trying to find the edge. Now he cuts back up the middle. Boy, he's hitting that hole hard, and that's a tough 6 yards for Seth Cole.
Again,
the Barbarian.
Another nice hole opened up by the Wildcat offensive line, the left side of it.
We're going to call that 7.
This opens things up for either a pass-run option here by the Wildcats. Perhaps we can see him get Jared Crean out in some space here at some point.
Nate Rixman here to the near side. Flood in the high slot area. Back to pass is Gretz looking down the field, little crossing route. He does give it to Jared Crean right at the sticks. And that'll move the chains. First down on that 4-yard little button hook to Crean. Nice pass by Gretz.
I'm sure they were hoping for a little bit more out of that play, but the Warriors obviously paying a lot of attention to number 21, Jared Crean, especially after his first 3 games of the season where he had big yardage every single game.
So I had a picture sent to me from a reliable source last week, and I've been debating on my whole drive from Madison up here today whether or not we should talk about it. Since it was given to the press, I don't think it's a secret, so I'm going to talk about it after this play. Seth Cole here to the near side, trying to get the sidelines and yardage. He's got the sidelines and about 6-7 yards. So Logan Gretz is kind of committed to walk on to North Dakota State University, and I had a picture sent to me last week of him on the sidelines of the University of Minnesota shaking hands with P.J. Fleck.
I happened to see that on the World Wide Web, Kevin, as well.
So now I don't feel quite as bad about sharing that. I didn't know if that was a top secret or not, but I
think anything on the interweb is
free game.
Yes, exactly. For us it is. Anyway,
I'm assuming everything I type in the web is free game, so there you go. 2nd and 2 now. Back to pass. Gretz looking down the field.
It's Crean.
Crean wide open. Going to catch by Crean! 10, 5, touchdown! Logan Gretz to Jared Crean on about a 63-yard hookup. Oh, baby, what a catch by Crean!
I tell you what, you could not have better coverage on a play than Rice Lake had right there. Marquez Clairvaux was right on Crean, dropped it in there. Just a fantastic pass by Logan Gretz. hit him right in stride.
In Primetime takes it to the house. Boy, that was a little Aaron Rodgers, Randall Cobb-ish.
Yes, it was. Another quick drive for the Cats.
Holds up, kick is a line drive kick, and it is through and good. That reminds me, go down here and change my scoreboard, and we are volleying back and forth. The Wildcats with two long passes. I think both of them were about 63 yards each, roughly, unofficially, to put the Wildcats up 14-7 with 3:19 to go here in the first quarter. Wow.
We were just talking about Logan Gretz having visited.
You go ahead.
14-8.
14-8. Yeah,
yes.
That 2-point conversion early in the game is just throwing me off. I guess all I have to do is look at the scoreboard.
We were just talking about Logan Gretz having visited University of Minnesota a couple weeks ago, and boy, a lot of colleges would be interested in a kid that can throw the ball like that.
That was a nice pass. So 2 great passes. That first touch pass to Seth and that one to Crean. They're both very beautiful passes. Stayed in the pocket, very nice, very calm feet, and then delivered a strike.
Yes, he did. Waited for the play to develop and found Jared Crean right in stride.
I know his dad is down in the Milwaukee area watching, I think, his daughter play volleyball, and if he's tuned in, I think I could hear him clapping from here.
He's got to be quite happy, Logan, with over 100 yards passing already, and we got 3 minutes left in the first quarter.
14-8. Wildcats will kick off, and again, we talked about 2 very potent, high-powered offenses before this game started, and so far living up to the billing.
First team that can get a stop tonight, Kevin, might end up being the team that wins this game.
Right. I mean, we can cliche it to death, too, like ball control, no turnovers, no penalties, right? That's really what's going to boil down to, I think.
Will, absolutely. There's Clervaux again.
Clervaux runs it out. Ball, speaking of that, ball's out. Wildcat football, I believe. Let's see. They say they've got it. They're unfurling the pile, and 1st and 10, Wildcats. Boy, we just got that out of our mouths about turnovers, and then, oh, there it was.
It's like number 32, James Westhoff, the 5'10", 150-pound junior.
Gets on that.
With the recovery.
Nice job by Westhoff.
Very short field now for the Cats. Let's see if they can capitalize.
1st and 10 from their own 18-yard line. Wow, nice hard hit there. I don't know who got the hit in and knocked it free, but great hit. Ball comes out and Westhoff gets on it. 1st and 10, Wildcats already up by 6 with 3:11 to go here in the first quarter, looking to tack on right now. Give it to the Barbarian, who's looking for some space. Gets to the outside. He's got speed and room. Keeps his feet and gains 7. Wow. They had him kind of stopped up after about a 3-yard gain, kept his balance, and took it for another 5.
You're right. That should have been about a 2 or 3 yard gain. Nice run by Seth Cole. Although his stepfather's not too happy about it.
Go ahead.
Thought he should have got more.
No, I'm just disappointed in the fact that I didn't get a very good coverage on that one. Sorry about that, folks at home.
That's what happens when you have a dad on the camera. They're often looking over the camera. Understandable, trust me. Back to pass. Gretz looking, got a man across him. Touchdown!
Joe Stoffel.
There he is, big Joe Stoffel, tight end. Pass and catch. Whew, looked like practice.
Logan Gretz's 3rd touchdown pass of the evening already, and we still have 3 minutes left in the first quarter.
Boy, that was an absolute strike to tight end Joe Stoffel, who found a little crease in the end zone. Logan Gretz timed it perfectly, and that was kind of a yawner. Just boom.
Once again, Gretz letting the play develop, waiting for his receiver to get open, and sure enough, Stoffel wide open in the end zone.
Kick is up, and it is good.
Almost looked like that was partially blocked, Kevin.
Yeah, it didn't have a lot of legs on it. So the Wildcats here in the first quarter have put up 21 points with 2:59 to go still in the first quarter. 21-8. Your scoreboard is correct. It's been the Seth Cole, Logan Gretz show with some nice receptions by both Jared Crean, Primetime, and Joe Stoffel.
We have a shocked crowd here at Puglund Field here in Rice Lake.
Shocked.
Although if they've been paying attention to Wildcat football this year, they shouldn't be.
Man. So last week, we talked about it in the pregame. Logan had, I think he was -1 yards in the first half last week against Menominee. This week, coming out red hot, and he is on target.
The thing that was really impressive about last week's game, Kevin, to me, is Wildcats getting down 18-0 early. They didn't give up.
Were you thinking what I was thinking? When it was 18-0 and I think Menominee had the ball, I thought, boy, they're one score away from just blowing this thing open.
And they've maybe they were, and capitalized on some big turnovers both at the end of the first half and throughout the entire second half. Wildcats are figuring out how to win.
Peter Noreen, he induced that fumble last week at the end of the first half, and then Wildcats punched in that short 7 yards.
Yes, he did.
And then he had the big pickoff in the second half.
Yep.
Pick off his cousin.
Jared Crean with another interception in the second half as well, and it was...
So the defense. So maybe there's a theme now. We just talked about 3 turnovers last week, and 1 turnover already turned into a touchdown this week.
Yes. 21-8 lead for the Cats. Let's see if the defense can get a hold here.
2:59 to go in the first quarter. Boy, if you like offense, you've tuned into the right contest tonight. The kick is away. Headed towards the near sidelines, hits and checks up like a nice golf shot on about the 13, and his knee is down on the, they're going to call it the 15-yard line.
It's number 9, Braden Verbsky, the 6'1", 160-pound senior, who has the Warriors' only reception tonight.
Boy, that ball checked up nice. If I can only get my 9-iron to do that on the green.
That makes 2 of us. Got some more shout-outs here. Mike Cayley says the 3 amigos are kicking something. Thanks for the broadcast. Everything looks good and sounds great.
Good. That's what we want to hear.
Thanks for checking in, Mike. Brad Gretz, nice start, Cats. And my son Preston with a shout-out as well.
All right. Here comes Rice Lake on a run, and speed and strength, and about a 22-yard gain.
Once again, Marquez Clairvaux, one of the Clairvaux twins, 5'7", 147-pound senior.
You mentioned it a few minutes ago, Jeff, talking about, I said, how'd they get all those points running the ball like that? And you said you have a lot of long hitters, and that one was one missed tackle away from being about a 80-yard run.
Yep, yes they do. Both Clairvaux brothers have had several long gains this season.
1st and 10. Handoff that time, I believe, is
Darius Clairvaux.
And that was Darius. Well, I'm not used to calling 3 backs, so I got to really dial it in here.
Peter Noreen with the tackle for the Cats.
2nd down and 7 now for Rice Lake. There's 2:17, 2:16, 2:15 to go in the first quarter. 2nd down and 7 for Rice Lake. They'll make their way to the line. They got the 3-headed monster in the backfield. And then if you include Peyton Buckley, they're coming at you from every direction. Handoff. Now they're going to keep it. Pitch it out wide to Marquez Clairvaux, who's got the edge, and 1st down yardage. Gain of about 15 for Marcus Clairvaux.
Not the biggest back we're going to see all season, Kevin. For a 147-pound kid, he must have some strong legs because he's broken several tackles this evening.
Yes. Boy, with that many weapons, too, in the backfield, they can stay relatively fresh, right? They spread it around and...
Absolutely. We have, there's 4 ball carriers they have with 200 yards or more this season.
Tough for the River Falls defense. They're coming at you from all different directions. Now they're going to do a swing pass here to the near side. That ball might be a free ball. Get on that. Get on that. Get on that.
There's no whistle.
No whistle. I think that's the River Falls ball.
Yes, it is.
There it is.
Yes,
that was a backwards pass, and yes, it is. Let's watch it on the replay, but I'm pretty sure that was a backwards pass.
The Warrior fans are livid.
And yes, they are. Who was on the near side here breaking that up? Let's check out the replay.
We're going to take a look at this again. We'll see when Buckley lets go of the pass. He's at about the 49. I'm not sure about that one.
That was Peter Noreen. Peter Noreen, that ball was real close. No replay, fortunately, here in high school football.
The referees might have missed that one.
So that's Peter.
We'll take it.
That's Peter Noreen with a big play here on the near side, breaking that up, and they're going to call it a backwards lateral pass. Another turnover for Rice Lake, and the Wildcats are already over their 50-yard line on the 48. 1st and 10 with $1:30 to go in the first quarter. Seth Cole, legs are high kneeing, and now the ball's down, and now we're going to give it back.
Get it back
to Rice Lake.
One thing I was going to say, and I'm glad I didn't, I guess, is Seth Cole's done a really good job all season of maintaining control of the football for as many carries as he's had all year. Fumbles were an issue for him last year. He's done a really nice job of it this year until that carry right there.
Must have been a hard hit in the middle. He came off. I mean, he's not majorly dinged up, but he got a little ding on that. First and 10 now for Rice Lake. Wildcats give it right back.
We're back where we started.
Right where we started. Buckley on the keeper. Kid, I can hear the pads slapping up here, Jeff.
Yes, you can. 3 turnovers already this evening. 2 for the Warriors, 1 for the Cats.
That's a 9-yard gain by quarterback Peyton Buckley. Yeah, they're coming at you from every which direction. Boy, tough on the defense. Coming at you like a spider monkey.
Can certainly see how they're averaging around 40 points a game with the weapons they have on offense.
I mean, what does Coach Cradle? You coach your defense, stay in your lane, I guess, huh?
Yep.
Don't try to do too much.
There's Hubbard.
Hubbard again, hucks it up in there for about 6 yards. First and 10 for Torian Hubbard.
Hubbard's clearly their banger. Short yardage situations, you'll likely see him get the ball. The Clairvaux twins are obviously their home run hitters.
They'll wind the clock now with 42 seconds to go here in the first quarter. They will have one more play in them for sure. Let's see if they get off 2. 21-8, your scoreboard is correct. The Wildcats have struck 3 times here in the first quarter. Warriors, handoff to Hubbard.
Fumble, another
Hubbard,
fumble.
And another fumble. Let's see who's got it.
Looks like that's number...
Wildcat football. 91 for the Wildcats.
Not in our program.
Not in our program. Bark. Eric Bark.
Eric Bark.
A 71 then. It was a 71, not a 91. Eric Bark comes out of the pile with that.
We're fairly certain that's who that was.
Yeah, I said 91, but he was kind of moving and turning quickly when I saw that. So it was 71. Eric Bark. So 19 seconds to go. Gosh, another third turnover of the game.
Third for the Warriors.
Back to pass. Gretz looking down the field. Little crossing route. He's got his big tight end, Joe Stoffel, who's got close to 10 yards. I'm going to give him 10.5 and a first down.
Again, Gretz being very patient on that play, waiting for his receivers to get open. Joe Stoffel found the seam.
Boy, what a target, though, is Joe Stoffel.
Certainly is. Again, we're talking about offenses being hard to control. So is the Wildcats. They have several weapons that they can go to. And that's the end of the first quarter, Kevin.
And that will do it here in the end of the first quarter. And I'm not going to say it's been all Wildcats, but when they've had the ball, they've sure made the most of it. They've made the most of their turnovers, and they lead by a score of 21-8 after one quarter.
Got a few more shout-outs here, Kevin. We got Trevor Glomsky saying hello. Damon Gray, let's go D. Let's see what else we got here.
The turnovers have taken me aback a little bit. I wasn't really coming into this game expecting a lot of turnovers. Both these teams have been very good at hanging on to the football.
I was not either. Very few turnovers for both teams. But not tonight. 3 for the Warriors, like I said, just 1 for the Wildcats. The volleyball team, some good news. They went 2-0 today.
Outstanding, down at a big tournament in Milwaukee with some of the best teams in the state.
Defeated Luxembourg Casco along with Kettle Moraine today.
I think the Experience is going to try to stream some stuff tomorrow. They're inside a tin warehouse, and they were kind of uncertain about their internet connection. But they're going to try to bring you some volleyball tomorrow from the tin shed warehouse in Milwaukee.
Well, so now that you promoted that, they're going to have to.
Right, the pressure's
they
on
don't
now.
have a choice.
So watch the YouTube for that.
Quincy Johnson with a shout-out. Hello, Quincy. Make sure you don't stay up too late.
Hey, it's not dark yet, Dad.
It's not a school night either.
No. And there's a good football game on.
Yes, there is.
He's not going anywhere. All right, 1st and 10 for the Wildcats who change ends, and ball rests on the 50-yard line. Logan Gretz back to pass again, looking down the field, very patient in the pocket. Now he's going to rainbow down the right side. Craney's got him down there. Touchdown! Jared Crane! Oh, baby! Oh! It is just an aerial show tonight.
I tell you what, that was almost a replay of the other Jared Crean touchdown. You could not drop it into him any better than Logan Gretz just did.
You might want to ask Logan Gretz what he had for breakfast today and repeat that one because, whew, baby, is he hot tonight.
Holy smokes. And again, Jared Crean he had maybe half a step on his defender, but it's not like he was wide open. Good coverage by the Warriors. Better offensive play by the Cats.
Luke Nelson bangs it through.
Wow.
To put up a 28 spot for the Wildcats. Wow. 28-8. 9 seconds into the second quarter, and the offensive machine is striking and striking hard and striking fast for the Wildcats this evening.
Against the defending
Division III state champions. Yeah, Wildcats, again, we said ranked 10th in the state coming into this game, and earning that honor thus far. A long ways to go in this contest, but off to a very good start, putting up a 28 spot in basically one quarter.
A lot of ball game left, like you said, but if they keep this pace going, that number 10 is going to change next week for the Cats.
Mm-hmm. It's early. Ask the Chicago Bears.
Right, Bo?
Oh,
he said it's early. Ask the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
Not cool.
Are you a Bears fan?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, unfortunately I am. Some days it's not fun.
He's still a little bitter over Sunday night, fourth quarter.
Yeah, all my in-laws, Colleen's family is in Chicago, huge Bear fans. They were lighting up my phone in the first half.
Pretty quiet towards the end, weren't they, Kevin?
Yeah. All I gave them was one word at the end, mercy. Mercy. Kick is away. Fielded on the far sideline at about the 13-yard line. And run out to about the 22. Then the next morning, I got the group of family down in Chicago, and I texted them the meme of Aaron Rodgers kind of looking over his glasses and saying, I just said, good morning.
That's mean.
That was kind of mean.
But I like it.
11:45 to go here till the half. 28-8 Wildcats.
We might have to put my bride on the payroll tonight, Kevin, because she's keeping us informed on things happening. Brewers up 2-0.
All right.
Christian Yelich, shocker, 2-run homer.
Why not? Why not?
Brewers red hot.
How about Kane and Yelich? Wow, what about some pickups? Wow. Carrying them to the playoffs.
That might have worked out for him.
Run here to the near side for about 3 yards. That's Torian Hubbard again on the carry.
And we have a Travis Shaw home run. Brewers up 3-0 now.
Wow.
A shout out at home to Randy and Jana Fireeisen. Jana, one of my favorite Twitter follows. Hope you're enjoying the game tonight. I can't imagine you're not.
I call those two folks loyal listeners. Always tuning in.
Loyal Wildcat fans. Doesn't matter what the sport is.
They're there. Randy and Jana, welcome aboard.
Looking forward to spending some gym time with them this winter. 2nd
and 8, back to pass, feeling some pressure. Hucks it up here on the near side, has a man just out of the outstretched arms on Braden Verbsky.
Clearly Verbsky is their target when they want to throw the ball. Not a bad pass by Buckley, but
Buckley was feeling some serious pressure and threw that off his back foot a little bit, but still threw that pretty much on target to Verbsky, just out of his outstretched arms. That'll leave a little meat on the bone now. 3rd and a long 7 with 10:58 to go till the half.
It'll be interesting to see if their offense changes here, Kevin. Not accustomed to a 20-point deficit at all. I'm guessing it's been well over a year since.
Yeah, we'll see how Rice Lake does playing from behind. Are they going to abandon that run game? Pass, looking crossing route, and nice stick right there, knocked it free. Old number 10 for the Wildcats, Jackson Cleveland. As I like to say, whoa, Nelly.
Beautiful coverage by Cleveland on that play, bringing up a 4th down.
He timed that perfect, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
That'll bring up, 4th and 8, let's call it, a long 7. Punt time. I bet they don't hear that often here in Rice Lake. Punt time.
First punt of the evening.
End over end punt. Back deep is the White Mamba. Catches it on his own 45. Not a lot of room. He'll go about 2 yards and a cloud of dust.
It's Adam Fireeisen. Captain, 6'3", 200-pound senior for the Cats.
Boy, what a great three-sport athlete Adam Fireeisen is. Soon to see him on the basketball court when this season ends.
Absolutely. Returning honorable mention all-conference point guard for the Cats.
Yeah, he's one of the big players on baseball, basketball, and football, and you don't get to say that a lot anymore either with these high school athletes. So hats off to Adam Fireeisen for being a 3-sport star athlete in River Falls,
and even a better kid.
There you go. Put a little cherry on the top of that. Gretz hands off to Seth Cole, trying to get the edge. Nope, ball's free again.
Looks like the Warriors have it.
And again. It's like he lunged forward, just kind of like his hands were wet or something, kind of came out.
It's the second turnover tonight for the Cats.
This time it's on their own side of the 50, and great field position now for Rice Lake.
Gives them just a little bit of life. The Warrior crowd has been quite silent here for the last several minutes.
Yeah, they've been on their hands. With 10:37 to go till the half, 28-8 Wildcats, but the turnover will give the ball Rice Lake 1st and 10 on the River Falls Wildcat 47.
Warrior student section now alive.
Option. No, they'll just keep it to give it to the up back to Hubbard, who will gain about 6.
Another shout out, Mike Johnson in River Falls watching. Also Charles Jefferson and little brother watching back in River Falls.
Glad to have you aboard.
I think we're caught up maybe.
Yeah, if I was sitting at home on the couch right now, I'd have this going. I'd have the Brewers game going. I'd have like the Cubs game in picture.
We probably wouldn't be as sweaty and soaked as
no,
we are
right.
now either.
This is fun. There once again is Hubbard. He finds some room on the near side, gains about 10 and plenty for a Rice Lake Warrior first down.
Actually, that was number 32, Dalton Drost on the run.
Jeez.
First carry for Drost. He's got 11 carries for the season for 42 yards.
Good pickup, Jeff.
Mixing it up a little bit.
Gosh, throw another back in there. Yeah, Drost, O.J. Simpson in the backfield, wearing number 32.
Hey. Easy. Drost again. Apparently Drost is their second quarter running back because we have not seen him yet until now.
Drost on the carry again for about 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Let's see, Corey Bateman watching tonight. Keep it up, Cats, he says. Scott Gavin giving us the Brewer score as well. Matt Cernahouse, let's go Cats.
Man in motion. Once again, they'll give it to the fresh back, Drost, who will carry it for another 8 yards and a Rice Lake Warrior first down. Boy, Drost comes off the bench with a fresh set of legs, and they keep giving him the rock, and on down the field he goes.
Looks like he might have hurt his arm or elbow on that play, so he's coming out. Hubbard back in.
Dalton Drost is a 5'9", 160-pound senior.
Diana Kaler, Grandma Kaler says, go Jared.
I think Drost is one of their key linebackers as well. I think he's got a lot of tackles on the year.
We'll switch back again. That's to Darius Clairvaux. Darius Clairvaux carries that for about 3 on a little cross buck. Now make it 2, 2nd and 8.
Nice little drive the Warriors got here.
We've seen that play. We saw that play earlier in the first quarter. It went for, I think, about 20 yards on that little cross buck play. That time it goes for 2. Again, Coach Crail, I'm sure this week it's just been stay in your lane with all the motion and option situation coming out of the Rice Lake Warrior offense.
3 backs again.
They'll pitch it out to the far side to Darius Clairvaux, who tries to get the edge. He gets it, and maybe just short of the first down. He's really close to first down yardage.
He's about a yard away.
Let's see. They're going to say...
Looks like they might measure here.
The ball's been spotted. No measure. Are they going to measure?
I think so. Yep, here they come.
3rd down and 1.
Oh, they're just going to say 3rd and 1 now. 3rd down in the yard. 8:11 to go till the half.
Bo Herstein says don't even measure.
Don't even measure.
Not worth it.
Carries it again, and that's headed
Touchdown.
towards the end zone. Touchdown. I didn't see who got the ball there.
That was Hubbard, it looked like to me.
Hubbard again.
Yep.
Boy, it's just a flurry of yellow and blue.
That puts them right back in the ball game, Kevin.
Boy, they take advantage of that turnover near the midfield stripe, and they go about 48 yards to turn that turnover into 6 points. And now, again, it looks like they're going to go for 2.
Clearly, the Warriors must think more points the better tonight, which is why they're going for 2 every single possession. Looks like another timeout.
Wildcats took a timeout prior to the last 2-point conversion, but this time the Rice Lake Warriors call the timeout.
Interesting.
So it's 28-14. Rice Lake Warriors get in for a touchdown. They're going to leave the kicker on the sidelines, and they're going to go for 2. At least it looked like it.
We have a shout out to Amber Sherman, watching, I assume, at home tonight.
Welcome aboard, Amber.
Thanks for watching. Let's see what else we have here. Don Richards, the mayor.
Welcome aboard, Don. Good to have you.
Don says great broadcast, both picture and commentary. I'm not sure about that last part,
Right.
but I'm glad the picture's good, Kevin.
I'm struggling a little bit tonight, and they have so many guys who are carrying the ball. Usually I have to just think about 2 or 3 guys carrying the ball. Tonight it's about 5
There's
different guys.
5, and then they're bringing guys in off the bench that
Right.
haven't carried. And
So it makes it a little more difficult to get every number spotted immediately. So thanks for bearing with us. But I can tell you right now that while the Warriors are going for 2, Peyton Buckley under center. He gives it to Torian Hubbard,
got it.
who gets 2 more points for the Rice Lake Warriors. That was Peyton Buckley handing off to Torian Hubbard for 2 more. And that'll make it 28-16 in favor of the River Falls Wildcats. It still has a pretty good ring to it, 28-16 here with 8:04 to go till the half.
Wildcat offense has yet to have been stopped, Kevin. 4 touchdown passes by Logan Gretz tonight. And they'll get another opportunity right here with 8 minutes left in the second quarter.
You can hear at home here on the near side, the Rice Lake fans are coming to life.
Sorry about that.
Oh, you got it.
Got a few more shout-outs. Amy Priquette, Seth's godmother and family are watching in El Paso, Texas.
Wow, welcome
Go
aboard.
Cats.
This is almost Texas football tonight with the heat and the humidity and all the
Feels like
scoring.
it. Grandma Lois and Grandpa Tom Allman say, go Wildcats. Brent Kaler, Jared Green's uncle, is watching in Eau Claire.
Low line drive. That'll be kicked by the upback. You better get on that. That's number 14 for the Wildcats. Jaden Schwantz. He's got a couple touches on these kickoffs tonight. That time he gets it on the run at the shoe top level and advances it out to about the 34-yard line. And the Wildcats will set up shop 1st and 10 from their own 34, up by a score of 28-16 with 7:59 to go till the half.
Glad he was able to pick that up. Looked scary just for a moment. But good hands by Jaden Schwantz.
The sophomore. So here we go. Wildcats have scored in every possession tonight. Well, no, they have a couple turnovers, minus the turnover possessions. Back to pass. Gretz looking down the field. Scrambling here to the near side. Still scrambling. Now he lobs one in there. Dangerous. And caught! What a catch by Peyton. 50-year flood. Wow. Nice catch. Dangerous pass, Jeff.
It was a dangerous pass. That's the first pass I think Gretz has thrown up tonight where it appeared that the Warriors had a shot to catch it, but Peyton Flood, the 6'4" junior, out-jumped the Warrior defense and caught it.
Third man in the booth, Bo Herstein.
And I'm okay with him throwing a few of those up to guys that are 6'4", 6'5" range. Throw it up and give him a chance.
Well, he did there, trusted his receiver and made the catch. First down. Seth Cole now 2 hands on the rock as he tries to get the edge, trying to run guys over. Goes for a hard 2 yards here on the near side, Seth Cole. Yeah, I'm with Bo on that. You know, he probably work on that in practice. He saw a little bit of distance between his receiver and the defender, and lobbed it up there and let him go up and get it.
Got some other tall receivers on the Wildcats too. Nate Rixman, another big target, along with Joel Stoffel. So he's got 3 tall targets.
I think Logan's perfect tonight. I think he's 5 for 5. Second down and 9. Gretz checks his wrist. He's got the play, back to pass, looking down the field, stands in the pocket, throws a dart
Got him.
to Joe Stoffel, headed towards the end zone, carrying Rice Lake Warriors all the way down to the 10-yard line. What a pass, what a catch. And then it was the Joe Stoffel show for about 15 yards.
One thing that we certainly don't talk about enough on these broadcasts, Kevin, is the play of the Wildcat offensive line. They are giving Logan Gretz all kinds of time to throw the football tonight. He had a very, very clean pocket right there. Plenty of time for Joel Stoffel to get downfield. Beautiful pitch and catch.
And then great yak for Stoffel.
Absolutely. Like you said, carried the entire Warrior defense, it seemed like.
6:35 to go now till the half. It could be like 1st and goal from the 10. Give it to Seth Cole, trying to get the edge.
And
He's got the 5. Touchdown, Seth Cole! And the Wildcats, 10-yard scamper here on the near side by Seth Cole. Speed, speed, speed. Beats his defender to the pylon. 6 more points for the Wildcats.
that was all speed right there by Seth Cole.
Mm.
You could tell right when he got the handoff that nobody was going to catch him. For
I
the
liked your
Warriors.
call on about the 8. You said he's in. So here we go. The Wildcats are going to take the 1. They'll send Luke Nelson out. The kick is up. Nice kick there by Luke, right through. And it is good. So let me put 7 more points on here for the Wildcats. And is that really a 35 up for the Wildcats with 6:26 to go till the half, Jeff?
In the second quarter, Kevin.
Wow, 35-16. River Falls Wildcats over the Rice Lake Warriors.
Once again, the defending Division III state champions. Wildcats sending shockwaves throughout the entire state of Wisconsin tonight.
Wow. Hey, it might be a nice time to remind everybody that our game tonight brought to you by the First National Bank of River Falls. Fall is coming upon us and snowmobile season coming up. And if you're thinking about a sled and don't quite have the money, got a little down payment, come on down and see the folks at First National Bank of River Falls. Love to maybe be able to give you a loan to get you out there on the trails this winter.
Absolutely. It's always a good time to give First National Bank a shout-out, Kevin, so thank you.
You bet. Home loans, I mean, hey, fall's coming. You want to get the house before wintertime? I know you have a bunch of great loan officers down there. Love to be able to sit down and do an analysis with potential home buyers and
Absolutely.
get a home loan. So
One of them standing directly to my left, actually.
you might want to
Believe it or not.
give Bo a call down there at First National Bank of River Falls, downtown River Falls, downtown Prescott, and on the campus of the University of Wisconsin, River Falls. Back to the action we go with 6:26 to go till the half. 35-16 Wildcats. Don't rub your eyes. Don't squint at the scoreboard. It is correct.
Crowd is quieted down once again here at Puget Lund Field here in beautiful Rice Lake, Wisconsin.
If I said they look shocked, it might be a little overstatement, but there's a few pale faces. The kick is away. Fielded by, I think that's number 40.
Clairvaux, number
Clairvaux,
46.
6. Marcus Clairvaux will take it out to the 30 with 6:18 to go in the first half. And now, defense looking to stand tall here and make more separation. What do you got?
Let me catch up on some shout-outs.
Let's do it.
Tonight we have Josh Kluge, the president of River Falls Youth Football, saying, "Let's go Cats." Michelle Johnson taking a break from a 12-year-old birthday celebration to cheer on for the Cats. Stephanie Heffler and Jared Green's aunt Stephanie watching from Roberts, Wisconsin. Go Jared.
Prime time.
Jeremy Perquette, the Barbarians' uncle. Way to go, Seth. Great touchdown run. Bring that boy down to Texas. Shanna Burris watching tonight.
Handoff.
Gooch from Wildcats is home watching, recovering from a JV game injury. Cheering on the Cats. I think we're caught up.
Torian Hubbard gains 4 on first down for Rice Lake. Clock continues to run. We're at the 6-minute mark now till halftime.
I'm not sure I want to read this one, Kevin. I'll let you read this one.
Oh, it's funny.
Jenna Peters with a shout-out.
I like it, Jenna. I like it. Wildcats have Torian Hubbard all tied up in the backfield. Great pursuit that time by the Wildcats. They got him spun around did a pirouette out there back on about the 32, pushed him out of bounds at the 33, and that's going to be a loss potentially, definitely a no-gainer.
This is a big play coming up here for Rice Lake, Kevin. 3rd and long.
3rd and 8.
They cannot afford to give the ball right back to the Wildcats.
The Rice Lake Warriors, I don't think I've had any yards that have gone for negative tonight, minus the turnovers. And that one right there, I think, was a negative yard possibly. 3rd and 8 now for the Rice Lake Warriors. Wildcats looking to get a big stop here with 5 minutes to go till the half. Buckley fakes a handoff, back to pass, looking downfield. He's in a bit of trouble. He's in big trouble, swarmed up. Now he escapes it. Looking to get a block. He's got a block. And first down yardage. And a flag. A late flag. That's going to be on Luke Nelson, who came in with a forearm shiver. And that'll tack 15 yards on that. But how did Buckley escape that, Jeff?
Tell you what, that was one-man football right there by Peyton Buckley. His offensive line didn't do him any favors on that play.
Yeah,
Wildcats did a great job bottling him up. They just couldn't bring him down.
Some conversation here by these officials. I know they're not. If they saw what I saw, they're not going to like what they saw. Let's see. Let's see what they say. So this gave him a personal foul, 15 yards.
Just an enormous play for the Warriors right there.
Yeah, we talked about a 3rd and 8. The Wildcats had him bottled up for about a 12-yard loss. Somehow, Buckley sneaks out of the pile. Then he gets a block downfield, gets the first down yardage, and then a bad penalty by the Wildcats give him 15 more yards.
Exactly. Bring him down there on the sack. Becomes 4th down. They have to punt there. Wildcats can almost put the game away at that point with another score.
Right.
But instead, Warriors score right here. They're right back in the game
They're
again.
right back in this game. 1st and 10 now for Rice Lake at the Wildcat 39-yard line. They make their way to the line. Nolan Rowe split out here to the near side. Buckley under center, barking out the calls. Man in motion. Buckley keeps it and will get about 4.
Fake handoff that time. Back to number 32, Dalton Drost, who had 2 or 3 nice runs earlier in the second quarter.
Boy, they really got that fake down, don't they, Jeff?
Yes, they do. I thought he had the ball for a second.
2nd down and 7. Now for Rice Lake, 4:05 to go till the half. Buckley hands off to the up back. Now they'll pass it back here. Nice read by Mason Prigge.
Torrey could not make that play.
Torrey could not make that.
I am 100% certain of that.
But Mason Prigge holds his lane and makes a nice play. Bo, what do you got?
I think back in his day he maybe made that play, but not anymore.
No,
Sorry, Torrey.
that's what I meant.
Last week,
The
too.
current version of Torrey Prigge could not have made that play.
And last week when Peter Noreen made that nice interception, I called him Mike Noreen.
Mike. Yeah, I know Mike couldn't have done that either.
No, he couldn't have.
Nor could have any of us.
3rd down and 11, loss of a yard on the play. Another big play here, Jeff. Probably 4-down territory, though, for Rice Lake. Give it to old number 32, Dalton Drost. And Drost is breaking out of there, and he's got speed and he's got yardage. He's got 1st down yardage all the way down to the 15-yard line with 3:13 to go till the half. I thought they maybe had him bottled up there, Bo and Jeff, but snuck out of the pack.
I think we did. Great hustle on that play by Jacob Miller, saving the touchdown.
It's nice to see Jacob Miller back in the game. Last week got hurt going up to block a pass and hurt his shoulder. It's nice to see him back in.
Yeah, dislocated that shoulder, from my understand. He's back in the game.
Great hustle play right there.
1st and 10. Once again, they give it to Drost. They use him in spotty situations. All of a sudden, he'll get to carry about 4 in a row. Then he'll rest. But when he comes in, he's fresh, and there's 8 more yards for Drost. 2nd down and 2 now for Rice Lake. They're moving the football all the way down to the 8-yard line. 2nd and 2. 2:34, 2:33, 2:32 to go till the half. 35-16 Wildcats. Rice Lake Warriors knocking on the door.
Let's see if we can get a stop here.
Buckley surveying the situation. Gives it to the up back.
It's Drost again.
We'll take it down to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal from the 2 for Rice Lake.
Number 32, Dalton Drost just seems to have fresher legs than anybody else on the field right now.
He's not a big kid, like you said. He's 5'9", 160, but he runs like a deer.
Wildcats may get one more chance at it here before the half.
155, 154. Rice Lake in no hurry to get to the line. Each team with 2 timeouts remaining. Buckley keeps it, and he's in. Touchdown. Peyton Buckley on the keep.
Turns it back into a 2-score game here.
And I'm guessing they're going to go for 2 again. Why wouldn't they?
That's exactly what they're doing. I don't know if they have a kicking game issue, Kevin, or what, but they
just really feel confident about gaining 3 yards on a play.
It's worked.
It's worked. A stop here would be huge, though, right?
Yes, it would.
Buckley keeps it, and he's in again. Nothing fancy. Fakes it to Drost. He keeps that little spin move and falls into the end zone, and 2 more points for Rice Lake. So 3 2-point conversions. It's another touchdown.
Yes, it is.
So with 1:40 to go till the half, it is the River Falls Wildcats 35 and the Rice Lake Warriors 24.
Well, we got a minute 40 left here, Kevin.
What do you do on the road? What do you do on the road here? Are you happy with that lead and kind of run it down, or you go?
I think you go. I really do. I think you go. I mean, the Cats have only stopped themselves tonight. They've had 2 fumbles. Other than that, they've scored on all their other 5 possessions. A lot of big, quick strike plays as well. So I think you try to score. But what do I know?
Speaking of knowing things, I know Badgers have BYU tomorrow. And I was talking to the BYU equipment manager today at the hotel, at the Marriott Hotel in Middleton this morning. And they were staying at the hotel I was staying at. And he said that they're inviting every Mormon from within 50 miles. They're going to be at Camp Randall tomorrow and look for a BYU win, he told me.
Good luck with that.
You're right. Then he ended up getting the better end of the deal because I leaned up against his bus and got all greasy. That kind of stunk.
Speaking of monumental upsets, that would be one right there.
Kicks away, now picked up. And nice job getting it out to about the 32-yard line was Peter Noreen. Nice job by Peter.
Actually, that was Jaden Schwantz.
It was Jaden Schwantz. There we go. Thank you.
His 3rd kick return of the night so far.
Peter ran right in front of Jaden, and he wanted to get credit for that, and he almost did. Nice save on that, though, Jeff.
He got a shout-out by us.
He did. 1:33 to go now till the half. Pretty decent field position for the Wildcats. On about the 33, 31-yard line, I guess they're going to mark it.
Plenty of time here to score, especially with the 2 timeouts.
1:33 again on the clock till the half. 35-24. Gretz back in the shotgun, looking down the field. He's got a man on the far side. There he is. Primetime, Jared Crean catches that for 15 yards. 1st and 10, they move the chains. Clock stops. I think he made it out of bounds. I saw the official waved his hands above his head, which would indicate out of bounds, correct?
Well, either that or they always stop the clock on 1st downs to move the chains.
Yeah, let's see.
Let's see if he starts it again here. Yep.
And they're going to wind it now.
Did not get out of bounds.
1:23, 1:22 now, and the clock runs. 2 timeouts for each team left. Gretz been perfect in the first half, and that one is just flat dropped by Jared Crean.
Yes, it was. Looked like a good pass from here to Jared Crean, and that's his first miss.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that was his first miss. And that was not on Logan Gretz there.
Nope.
2nd down and 10 now. Clock stops there with $1:17 to go. Joe Stoffel with palms up. He's like, what's the play? Pistol formation now. Back to pass. Gretz looking a little swing pass here to the near side to Seth Cole, the Barbarian. He's juking, he's jiving, he's headed upfield, and he gets 15 yards and another Wildcat 1st down.
Another 1st down, Kevin. Actually, at this point, I'm a little worried about him scoring too soon.
I really like the way Logan Gretz there looked at all of his reads and took his check down at the end when everything was covered.
That's one thing he's really improved on a lot this year compared to last year. Last year, he tended to bolt from the pocket in a situation like that. He's done a fantastic job of
Great
waiting.
job going through his progressions. Yes. Another completion here to the near side to prime time. Jared Crean for another 8 yards, making it look almost easy.
It's been that way the whole first half.
2nd down and 1, 59.6 seconds to go. Now the clock is going to run again. Oh, no, I think he got out of bounds, so the clock had stopped there. Again, each team with 2 timeouts, 59.6 seconds to go. Time really not a factor at this point now. We're down to at the 31-yard line.
Again, I'm concerned they're going to score too quick.
Back to pass again. Has all day in the pocket. Got a man wide open. Rixman, the crock pot, with a nice catch.
Another first down.
Nice crossing route there by Nate Rixman. Gets space, and Logan Gretz throws it right on target.
There are multiple receivers open on just about every play tonight, Kevin.
Boy, he's got time back there, though.
Yes, he does. Again,
offensive line doing such a great job. 47 seconds. Clock continues to run. Gretz got a man here. Again, Rixman sits down about 6 yards down the field and moves it down to about the 14-yard line. Now the Wildcats are going to take a timeout with 39 seconds to go till half.
The reason they did that, just shy of the first down. Looked like they're about a yard short from here.
Maybe beg for a measurement. Yeah, they're going to be a good yard short. You're right, Jeff. So timeout taken by the River Falls Wildcats. They have one more to give here with 39 seconds to go, and they are driving down the field. They've driven all the way down to the 14.5-yard line, and time not a factor with 39 seconds here till the half. Another great drive, but the story of this half is the time that Logan Gretz has had in the pocket and the ability for him to throw strikes all night long.
Absolutely. The Wildcat offensive line, best job they've done so far this season, in my opinion.
Boy,
clean pocket just about every play.
It's got to be fun for Logan to stand back there and just survey the field like he is and then have his receivers get that type of separation.
A little bit backyard football almost.
It is. Draw it up in the dirt. Let's go. Logan Gretz talking to his big tight end, Joe Stoffel. Pistol formation, flanked by Seth Cole. Back to pass, looking now in a little bit of trouble. Now he's going to run. He's got room. He's got the 10, the 5, and runs out of bounds at about the 3. Boy, I thought he was going to Michael Vick it into the end zone right there.
That's about one of the first plays I can recall this half, Kevin, where they actually brought some amount of pressure. Logan made a good decision again on that play,
but that's the price you pay, though. You're right. You bring that inside pressure. If Gretz does get to the outside, he's off to the races.
Very athletic quarterback.
Yeah, I thought he might dive for it there, but he elected just to get out at the 3 with 30 seconds to go. First and goal from the 3 for the Wildcats. How about some Seth Cole here? Why not? There is the Barbarian headed for pay dirt. He's close. He is just short at about the half-yard line. Oh, one more timeout now taken by the Wildcats. Yeah, you probably want to make sure of this here. Second and goal from the 1. You think about it, maybe
Bull's calling for the
Bull's calling for the old fake handoff, little pass to the outside.
Action. Is that what you're calling?
Bull, we call Bull a third man in the booth. Go ahead, Bull. What do you got?
Third man in the booth. I'm looking at something. They're bringing in some big guys. Fake it to Cole. I bet you a soda pop. Stoffel's open.
You bet me that leftover hearty sandwich sitting there in the box.
Exactly.
You might want to
one that's been sitting there for 2 hours.
Pretty quick.
All right, so
I think something like that would work. It also, if you incomplete pass, it stops the clock. Cole runs it. You got the clock rolling if he doesn't score.
Yeah, we'll see what's in David Crail's mind here. If he elects to little trickeration, or if he's just going to just pound it in there.
The beauty of this is Coach Schurz, I'm sure, is listening to this broadcast. So
oh yeah,
I'm sure you put that right in his head.
Oh yeah. Well, let's see. I don't know what you folks at home are calling here. Everybody's got their opinion. We have an opinion too. Let's see what Coach Crail and Coach Schurz dials up here. Seth Cole flanks Logan Gretz, is in the pistol formation. Twin receivers up top. They'll give it to Seth Cole. He's headed towards the end zone. He runs one guy over, and he is, just short, they said. Wow. Clock continues to run. 16, 15, 14. They got plenty of time. 12, 11, 10. They're going to get the playoff. Here we go. Now we got timeout.
Timeout Rice Lake, I bet.
By Rice Lake.
Well, I'd like to see that spot one more time because it sure looked like ball was over the line. Maybe his knee was down, but boy, it looked good.
Let's go down to the goal line camera, Bo. Oh, we don't have one.
I thought there might be one in the pylon, but I guess not.
Right.
Pylon cam.
Yeah, we left that in the semi truck tonight. We'll pull it out next week. Yeah, I don't know. You folks at home saw that the same way we did. It looked like Seth was over the line, at least part of his body was, but the official here on the near side, the line judge said the ball did not break the plane pretty emphatically and runs it out, and it's about on the foot line.
Interesting call here for the Cats. They got two things they can do.
7 seconds. So if you don't get it, you're not going to get in. So
unless they throw the ball.
Now you got to throw the ball here. Do you roll it out and maybe a run pass option? You know what my favorite pass here is? If my friend Kurt Castine from Colorado, he knows what I would call right here, naked bootleg.
That could work too, but you better get in.
Little Lynn Dickey, naked bootleg.
Third and about 6 inches.
Yeah, about a foot. Ball's resting on about the 1 foot line. 7 seconds to go till the half. No timeouts for the Wildcats. Got to get it, punch it in here. Gretz back to pass. Got a man wide open. Jared Crean, touchdown Wildcats! Prime time! Woo! Boy, nothing too fancy there. He just does a little 3-yard out in the end zone, wide open, and Logan Gretz throws a strike.
That might have been the easiest catch Crean had all night.
Woo!
I'll apologize early for the camera work there, folks at home. My bad.
We didn't get that?
We're watching a replay here. We'll see. Oh, you sort of got it.
41 spot now, looking to go 42.
Trust us, he caught it.
Kick is down, it is up, and no good, off to the right.
Might have been
It looked
blocked again.
Yeah, it looked like it was going right, and Luke Nelson misses that and will stick at 41, so kind of an odd score. So with 3.7 seconds to go till the half, it is River Falls 41, Rice Lake 24.
Guess the good news, Kevin, is that turns it back into a 3-possession game.
There you go. And I think the Wildcats are going to have to find a way at half to stop that 2-point conversion. That was 6 points. I mean, and it's another touchdown
3
score.
for 3.
And then you miss one, and so there's 7. So
let's see, we got a few more.
got some people tuning in to a wonderful football game on a beautiful.
Kind of way behind here. From Mike Kelly. Kelly Feldkamp is tuning in from Woodbury.
Awesome.
My bro is watching with her. Do they do shout-outs? Yes.
Oh, yeah, we
they
just
do,
did.
actually. Yeah.
I got the Armitage family and Brant Johnson watching back in River Falls.
Outstanding.
Another victory tonight for the boys soccer team. 5-3 win over New Richmond. Go Cats.
Brewers are up 3-2, huh?
3-2 now. Pirates have been a thorn in their side.
I like to call them the pesky Pirates.
Yes. They never go away, do they?
They don't. So here we go with 3.7 seconds left. We'll see if Luke decides to hit a low line drive here and try to get this clock to expire and get into half, 41-24. Nothing crazy here. Let's see if Rice Lake has a little trickeration up their sleeve. The kick is away. It is a normal high, deep kick. Fielded now dropped at about the 10.
Nothing happening there. Penalty.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play. Let's see if that's on the defense or not. Let's hope not. Are they going to get one more play?
I'm guessing it's a hold.
Get a preliminary indication.
Face
mask.
Face mask. So we'll get one more play for the Warriors.
Boy, student section getting crazy over here. Little roller coaster. You can hear it at home.
I got a little scared there for a second, Kevin, with these headphones on. We're having an earthquake.
You can hear that right coming into your living room.
Missy Hooper with a shout out. Riley Hooper's family and friends having a football party cheering on the Cats. And number 26. Aaron Hooper. Landon Linder is saying, go Wildcats, go. Keep it up, boys. Landon, you need to go to bed soon. You have a football game tomorrow.
Well, a great showcase of Wildcat offense here in the first half, putting up 41 points. And, boy, if you're a Logan Gretz fan, you saw quite a display here in the first half.
5 touchdown passes.
Prevent defense now for the Wildcats. Don't let anybody get too far in the open. They'll just hand it off up the middle, and that's going nowhere. And there's another flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
And we haven't seen many flags all half, and all of a sudden the laundry comes out here as the first half expires. 2 extra plays with no time on the clock.
Another face mask.
Back-to-back face masks by the Wildcats, and I don't.
Might as well try to air it out at this point.
Does Rice Lake try? I would. Boy, it's all the way out to the 42-yard line. There is no time on the clock, so there'll be no field goal opportunity. Bo, what do you got?
They got the speed on the outside. Rice Lake does to go deep. Why not throw it deep?
Right.
Throw it to
Buckley's got an arm.
One of the Clairvaux brothers.
And now every defensive coach for the Wildcats is yelling, knock it down, knock it down.
Doesn't look like they're doing it, though.
They'll hand it off again and just give it to old number 5.
Any flags?
Darius
Going once,
Clairvaux
going
runs it one
twice.
more time. Nothing fancy.
Nothing.
They're going to be content to go into the locker room. Down, Rice Lake is down by a score of 41-24. So after one half of football has been played, again, it's your River Falls Wildcats 41, the Rice Lake Warriors 24.
Some real quick shout-outs here, Kevin, before we sign off for a little bit. Candace Cardell McMahon. So shout-out to the Wildcats and Connor Cardell from Uncle Tim and Aunt Candy in Cleveland, Ohio. Wow, this signal goes all the way to Cleveland, huh?
Welcome aboard, Cleveland.
Chad Visker, very impressive offense for the Cats. Bo Herstein has the voice of an angel. Okay. All right. Jude Voiles, go Cats. Looking good, guys. Craig Gervais, great half. Keep it up, Cats. Thanks for watching, Craig. Stacy Schmidt, go Cats. Mike Yu, go Cats. And Daniel Gruel, good first half, Cats. Step on their throat the second half. Finally,
Kit Ludke.
the principal, Kit Ludke, great first half, Wildcat. Excellent commentary. And thank you, First National Bank. Well,
there you go.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Right,
Kit,
there you go.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in. Well, I'm having fun. I don't know about you, Jeff, and you, Bo, but I'm having fun tonight. Great half of football, 41-24. A lot of football to be played, though. I would say don't go away yet.
I don't think the final will end up 41-24, Kevin. I got a feeling we'll see a few more
I've got that
touchdowns.
feeling. So, hey, there's 14:29, 14:28 here in the halftime clock. So it's like we're going to have some entertainment by the Rice Lake Warrior Band and some youth band. We'll just leave it on that for you. We'll leave the volume up. We'll turn our volume down in our microphones, and you enjoy halftime. And we'll be back with you in about 14 minutes.
Put it somewhere and then put it somewhere in the safe room or you just make a note in the safe room. Yeah. Thanks. Good. Busy. Yeah. We sold a lot of programs. A lot of tickets at the gates at the before first quarter.
Hanukkah Cadence.
Or I can refund you a ticket. I said, but at this point, I said it's busy because the music
And now, please put your hands together as the 6th through 12th grade bands take the field for our first band extravaganza halftime performance. Tonight, all the middle school and high school bands will be part of that performance. The 2018 drum majors are Annika Dennison, Catherine Bauer, and Mac Olson. The color guard captain is Kyla Hillier. The Warrior Marching Band theme this year is A Night at the Movies. And tonight, they'll perform Pirates of the Caribbean. First up, we have our beginning band students. The 6th graders started to learn to play their instruments in August for the 4-day band camp, and we've had just a few rehearsals since school started. They're excited to play Mr. Beaver's favorite song, Hot Cross Buns. Hopefully Mr. Beaver can control himself and not dance all over the field. Take it away, 6th grade band. Nice job, grade 6. Next up, we have Mrs. Graff with the 7th and 8th grade band. That 7th and 8th grade band has had several marching performances in May and June, including Valley Fair and Aquafest parades. This will be the first time they played at a marching performance in the fall. They're going to play a song called March Across the Seas. Take it away, 7-8. Nice job, gang.
We have a little different perspective. I don't think it was backwards ever. Yeah, exactly. That's the way. I try to be. Yeah, I try to be honest. All right. What irritates me is you see the same 7 cats. Yeah, it's been a tight game. Like 35. It was 28 nothing last I saw. 24-21. Chai has been losing most of the game. Hey, there's your halftime score. Yeah, I like it. Do you want to step it in? What's that? Let me hear your roll. You guys need stats at the end of the game. Thank you. Thank you, Doc. How old are you? 12, maybe. 7th grade.
Say you play soccer, but I really
You're playing soccer, but you really want to play football? Well, why aren't you playing football? Your mom won't let you? Do you know that in Rice Lake School District, our administration cares so much about our kids that we bought helmets that are safer than soccer for our kids? Okay? You know what else you can tell your mom?
need to have an educational night for her.
You know what else you can tell your mom? Soccer is the most dangerous sport in the world, and all of the doctors in the world agree with me. Okay? What sport has the most concussions of any sport in the world? Soccer. What has the second most? Basketball. Okay, what has the third most? You know, hockey. Do you know where football comes in concussions? Almost behind baseball. That's pretty unbelievable, isn't it? Lots of information you didn't know before you talk to Coach Zook, DJ. Football is one of the safest of the major sports you can play. Because it's the only sport that they care about player safety. They do everything they can to make people safe in every game. I'd love to meet your mom sometime. Do you have your soccer pads with you? Oh, you don't have many, do you? Is tackling legal in soccer? But you don't have any pads on. How dangerous is that?
We hope you've enjoyed tonight's halftime show. We'd like to thank you for joining us tonight for the Music Fest and supporting the Rice Lake Music Boosters and Music Department. Be sure to come back again in 2 weeks, September 28th. That's homecoming. That show features our seniors as they perform Jurassic Park, How to Train Your Dragon.
Well, it looks like they're going to have to put some more time on the clock. There's a 1:12 here, and the band is just getting off the field. So why do they do that, Jeff? They usually put like 18 minutes on the clock. They run it down, then they put 3 more minutes on. Why don't they just start with 21?
It would seem to make more sense, wouldn't it, Kevin?
I see that every game, though.
Happens at home, too.
Yeah, it does. It's funny.
Just happened last week. Well, we can go through some halftime.
Yeah, let's do that. We've
statistics.
got some good stats. The Rice Lake Warrior staff up here was real generous to help us out with stats. They've not only fed us tonight, but also fed us some statistics. So go ahead, Jeff. What do you got in the first half?
Well, first downs, Rice Lake, with their ball control offense, no surprise, they have 21 first downs compared to the quick strike offense of River Falls with 11. Rice Lake rushing 36 carries for 209 yards. River Falls 13 carries for 59 yards. Passing is where obviously the big difference is. Rice Lake is only 1 of 3 for 25 yards this evening. River Falls 14 of 15 for 313 yards, and we'll get into that a little bit more shortly. Each team has had some turnovers. The Warriors have had 3, and the Wildcats have had 2. Some individual statistics for we'll start off with Rice Lake. Peyton Buckley, a 1 of 3, like I said, for 25 yards. His lone reception was made by number 9, Braden Verbsky. On the ground, we got Dalton Drost, who came in the second quarter, 6 carries for 63 yards. Torian Hubbard is their workhorse, 13 carries for 47 yards. Marquez Clairvaux, 5 carries for 41 yards. Peyton Buckley, the quarterback, 7 carries for 40 yards. And Dieris Clairvaux, 4 carries for 18 yards. For the Wildcats, The story this evening is number 7, the quarterback Logan Gretz. An astounding 14 out of 15 passes for 313 yards and 5 touchdowns for Logan Gretz.
Let me build on that a little bit. So we've seen Logan Gretz mature this year. He's matured a lot from last year. He came off he had that injury last year that put him out the last half of the season. Wasn't quite sure what to expect this year. We heard good things about his off-season workouts. Really matured as he came into the season. But tonight, Jeff, he's come into his own.
He absolutely has. Again, credit goes to the Wildcat offensive line for giving him plenty of time to throw. But he hasn't panicked. I only recall him bolting from the pocket on one occasion where he made a nice carry towards the end of the first half that got him down to about the 3-yard line. But just a fantastic half of football by Logan Gretz. His only incompletion was a drop. Can't ask for, obviously, any more than that.
Let me go into that a little bit more. So I know some kids, some in the youth program are watching this game tonight. Watch Logan Gretz in the pocket tonight. He's very patient in his pocket. His feet are very still in the pocket. And watch how he progresses through his reads as well. We saw him progress through 3 sets of reads here late in the first half, and then he dumped it off to Seth Cole here on the near side.
And that's the big difference between last year and this year for Logan. Last year he would generally look at one read, maybe a couple, and then he would take off. And this year he's a lot more patient in the pocket, a lot more poised and controlled. And again, the offensive line's done a great job of giving him time. Receiving, he's really done a great job spreading it around. Jared Crean, after a slightly off week in yardage last week, huge first half of football for Jared. Once again, 6 catches for 141 yards of receiving. Seth Cole, 2 catches for 77 yards. Seth got him started with a long 60-yard-plus reception for a touchdown on the second play of the game this evening. Joel Stoffel, 3 catches for 61 yards. Peyton Flood, 1 catch for 17 yards and a little jump ball in the second quarter. And Nate Rixman, 2 catches for 17 yards as well.
Yeah, I'd like to go back to 2 of Jared Crean's catches. Not only were they catches, but they were spectacular catches. He was well covered on both of those. Logan Gretz dropped it right down the stovepipe, and then Prime Time went up and got it and made it a great reception on 2 long plays.
And once Jared Crean has a step on anybody, nobody's going to catch him. Not in the Big Rivers Conference, that's for sure.
No.
Rushing this evening, Seth Cole, 11 carries for 48 yards for Seth, including a touchdown. Good half of football for Seth. Jared, Logan, and the rest of the Wildcats.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I know that the Rice Lake Warriors, I'm sure, were keying on Seth Cole tonight, which really opened up the passing game for the Wildcats, and they exploited that over pursuit. Let's see what changes Rice Lake makes here in the second half.
Give you some updates on some Big Rivers Conference scores this evening. A couple of them may surprise you. This one won't. Menominee leads Eau Claire North 28-0. Chippewa Falls leads Eau Claire Memorial 31-21. And here's the one that'll surprise you. Hudson 8, Superior 7. Very close ball game.
Wow.
Way up in Superior.
So here we go.
I know who the Wildcats are cheering for in that game.
You got that right. So here we go. 12 minutes on the clock. We're about to start the third quarter. Wildcats will kick off. And third quarter is underway. Nice kick. Fielded on about the 5 on the far side. Run out to the 26-yard line by Darius Clairvaux.
Another gigantic possession here for the Warriors. If they can...
They're all big now. You got to get the stops.
If they can get a touchdown here.
You've got to get the stops. We lighten up the scoreboard in the comments. I kind of like this live chat thing on the YouTube.
Todd Andrews. Shout out from Tom Brady in Foxborough, he claims. Yeah, good one, Todd. Ellen Lowe, the Lowe Doherty crew cheering in River Falls tonight. And we'll get to some more in a minute.
Buckley. Hands off to Clairvaux, who gets the edge in about 11 yards.
There's Dearest right there, the 5'9", 156-pound senior. Ms. Frugal Couture, Aunt Robin Crean watching from Atlanta, Georgia. Awesome first half. Go Jared, go Cats. Go Jared is right.
That was for 9 yards, 2nd and 1. He was pushed out just short of the first down sticks. 2nd and 1 now for Rice Lake. First possession here in the second half. First down yardage and a little bit more. That give, I believe, was to Torian Hubbard. Yeah, picked up right where they left off, didn't they? Run right, run left, run
Absolutely.
right, run left.
Josh Jenkins says, let's see more of the same in the second half. Sarah Langer, Slanger, and the fam cheering on the Cats. And Officer Brian Jensen, great first half. Go Cats. Good job, guys, calling the game, too. Well, thanks, Brian.
First and 10 now for Rice Lake. 11:19 to go here in the third quarter. Buckley under center. Again, a little crossbuck play. That goes nowhere. Handed off to Darius Clairvaux. That play is kind of getting worse as it goes. The first one hit good. The second one hit for 2, and that one hit for -1.
Nice gang tackle there by the Cats. Number 55, Luke Nelson, in on the play.
That really says a lot about the Wildcats staying in their lanes, not biting on that first handoff. They do a little crossbuck, little misdirection play, and the Wildcats, everybody's in their lane and makes the tackle. -1. Second and 11 now for Rice Lake. Once again, they'll hand it off to Clairvaux and rolls out for about 4 yards. That'll leave third and about 7. Little meat on the bone here for Rice Lake. Boy, 3rd and 8. Didn't give them much at all. Big play here for River Falls in the early part of the second half.
And Rice Lake's done a nice job tonight in third and long situations. They've had a handful of them, and they've done a nice job in extending their drives by...
The Wildcats have done so many good things this season, but that is one of their weak spots. They're giving up a lot of long third down and longs and fourth and longs. Let's see if they can stiffen up here and hold Rice Lake and have them punt. Pack the pass, looking down the field. Man, not really open, covered by Crean. Almost gets the interception. Jared Crean, well covered. Covering number 2, Nolan Rowe for Rice Lake, and really wasn't open.
He was not open. Jared Crean with really nice coverage there. Nolan Rowe, the sophomore for the Warriors. That's the first time we've called his number tonight. And nice stand by the Cats. First down.
Punt formation. Back to punt for Rice Lake is number 12, Jarrett Atwood. Adam Fireeisen back deep, standing on his own 32-yard line. Snap is good. The kick is away. End-over-end kick.
Nice punt.
And bounces out near the sidelines at about the 20. Let's see where they mark it. That was over Fireeisen's head. He really couldn't get on that, and they're going to mark it at the 19-yard line. No harm, no foul. Good punt.
Good start to the second half by the Wildcat defense.
Yeah, that's where you want to get Rice Lake, right in that third and long, force them to pass the ball. They got a lot of speed on the defensive backs. They're covering well, and that's where you're going to get the turnovers.
They clearly don't like to throw the ball. They had one completion in the first half. They'd prefer to ground it out, but they're going to have to throw the ball in the second half with a large deficit like this.
So here we go. First possession for the Wildcats here in the second half. There's 9:47 to go in the third quarter. 41-24 River Falls. Boy, that's got a good ring to it. Logan Gretz hands it off to Seth Cole. He's looking for daylight. Not much there. Now he's going to bounce it outside and use his speed. He's got the 30 and about the 24-yard line. Gain of about 5 for Seth Cole. Not a lot up in the middle. Just gets it to the outside and uses his speed.
Used his wheels to get 5 or 6 yards in that play, putting him in a very manageable second down situation where they have the ability to either throw or hand it off back to Cole again. 2nd
and 5 really opens up the playbook for David Crail and Schurz, the offensive coordinator. Wildcats taking their time. Now they're going to come to the line. 9:10, 9:09, 9:08 to go here in the third quarter. Twin receivers out here to the near side. Back to passes Gretz. Got a man on a little stop route. That's Peyton Flood over there on the far side. Nothing fancy. A little 8-yard button hook hits him right between the ones.
That was awful easy. Flood drove down the field about 6-7 yards, turned around,
Bam.
wide open.
Bam. 1st and 10, Wildcats. And the Wildcats have picked up right where they left off in the first half, throwing the ball and throwing it well. Gretz checks the plays on his wrist, shouts out the plays. Crockpot coming here to the near side along with Jared Crean. Pistol formation for Gretz. Hands it off to Seth Cole, which goes to the short side of the field, uses his speed, and is running guys over. He gets up and gets in the guy's chili a little bit and lets them know he's here to play football.
Once again, a very positive running play on first down, bringing up a 2nd and short for the Cats. And like you said last time, opening up the playbook.
Second down and 3 after that gain of 7. Yeah, that was on the far side of the field, and Seth was running hard across the 40, and you could hear the shoulder pads popping from way over here.
I don't know what you think, Bo, but I think Seth might have said something to him after that.
Yeah,
play.
he was right up.
Certainly looked like he did.
He was right up at his chili, wasn't he? Giving him the what for. Like, I'll be here all day. Cole again with the ball, headed towards first down yardage. He's got first down yardage and a little bit more. Gain of about 5 for the Barbarian, Seth Cole.
First down it is.
I'm not sure if he likes the nickname Barbarian or not, but it's pretty fitting.
What do you think, Bo? Does he like it or not?
He doesn't say much about it at home, but it's nice to see him in the second half starting to run guys over like he did last week against Menominee. Really nice ball control here too. Wildcats aren't scoring too quickly, which is nice. Keeps the defense, gives them a break for a little bit too, which is nice.
Yeah, keep the defense on the sidelines. You let them catch their breath.
That's a phrase we haven't said very often over the last decade or so. Worried about the Wildcats scoring too quickly.
Gretz again. He's got his man wide open. Peyton Flood in that same play we saw about 3 plays ago. A pretty easy pass and catch for 8 yards.
Same exact play. Defender playing way off of Peyton Flood. They can have that all night if they want it.
All night long. Peyton Flood just runs a 7-yard stop route over there, and
You wonder if that's maybe being set up for a stop and go at some point down the road.
waiting for him to bite. I'm sure it is. Second down and 1. Speaking of an open playbook here.
All kinds of things he can do here.
Ricksman and Crane here to the near side. Logan Gretz, pistol formation. Hands it off to Seth Cole. He's kind of gets a guy on his back at about maybe for a loss of 2, but then carries him 5 yards forward for another Wildcat first down.
Nice penetration that time by the Warriors defensive line, but that was just all Seth Cole right there.
Yeah,
he just carried that defender.
If you're going to try to tackle Seth up around the shoulder pads, you're probably just going to get carried for about 5 yards, and that's what happened there.
Not a good idea. Menominee found that out last week.
Yes. So they move the chains again. Clock continues to run. 6:46, 6:45 to go here in the third quarter. Wildcats, this would be considered one more first down. I'm just going to call it a sustained drive. Right now, it's a nice drive.
It's the longest one they've had all night.
The Barbarian looking for a hole, following his blockers, shoots it up in there for another 7 yards.
Just wearing down the Warrior defense right now. Seth Cole, number 25 for the Cats.
I didn't see who the blocker was out in front of Seth there, but very patient. Even had his hand in his back. Let him give the block and then follow him. Flag on the play, though. Looks like maybe a holding. Yes, it is. That'll come back.
Give us some updates here. Ben Klimke, recounting some fond memories of the Rice Lake Stadium here when the Cats completed a 95-yard pass with 13 seconds to win. I remember that game. Abby Lee says, "Way to go, Cats," cheering on Riley Hoopert all the way from Helena, Montana. Former Wildcat Aaron Belargin says, "Cats are big." I think we're caught up.
There we go. 1st and 20 now for the Wildcats. The swing pass to the far side to the speedster, Jared Crane. He's got speed, he's got room, he's juking, he's jiving, he's got 16 yards.
Didn't look like much when he caught the ball,
No.
but obviously that's the speed, the rare speed of Jared Crane right there with a 16-yard gain.
Boy, he shot out of there quick, didn't he? It looks like they had him, and he got past the first guy and just took off. I guess they gave him 15, 2nd and 5.
Again, another very manageable second down.
Boy, that's nice to get 15 yards when you're behind the chains there on first down.
It sure is.
Down to the 35-yard line now. Logan Gretz, patient, barking out the calls. Give it to Seth. He's got first down yardage and one more. Gain of 6. First down. Wildcats move the chain. I'm going to call it now. This is a nice sustained drive.
Most sustained drive of the evening here for the Wildcats. Just about all their drives have been very quick strike drives with some big plays, but just what they needed here to chew up most of the third quarter clock.
5:25, 5:24, 5:23 to go here in the third quarter, chewing up clock.
Those pesky Pittsburgh Pirates you're referring to, that game is tied in Miller Park, 3-3, top of the 5th.
A lot of game left there, though. Gretz to Cole. Hard running Cole.
Wow.
For 10, 11 yards, knocking guys over on his way to another first down.
Wildcat offensive line and number 25 Seth Cole just wearing down the Warrior defense at this point of the game.
Boy, if you're a football fan, just period, that is just fun to watch, isn't it?
It certainly is. Logan Gretz getting this half off so far, just a lot of handoffs.
And the passes he's had to make, he's thrown them right on target and got some good yak after those short catches. 1st and 10 now, 4:53, 4:52, 4:51 to go. And not any big hurry to get to the line. It's Ricksman and Crane here to the near side. Gretz hands it off again to Seth Cole, bounces it to the outside, finds a little bit of a hole, and he finds another 11 yards.
Another first down for the Cats.
11, 11, 11. Move the chains one more time as Seth Cole runs it down to about the 8. 1st and goal, Wildcats.
Great blocking by the right side of the Wildcats offensive line on that play. 63, Alex Klecker with a nice block. 62, Jazak Paulson.
Now we have an official timeout. 4:33 on the clock. And now, here we go. They're going to call 1st and goal on the 8. Now wind the clock. 4:32, 4:31, 4:30 to go here in the third quarter.
Give some more shout-outs to that Wildcat offensive line. Number 56, Tanner Kelm, doing a really nice job tonight, blowing his defender off the ball.
Yeah, great size. Those guys are doing a great job blocking for Seth and then holding the line in the pocket nice and tight for Logan Gretz. Single coverage up here up top. Give it to Seth Cole. Nothing doing there. No gain. Haven't said that all night.
Nope.
Second down and goal from the 8. 3:50, 3:49, 3:48, 3:47 to go here in the third quarter. Wildcats huddle up and take their time, taking time off the clock. If they could put on another 6 points here, that would be huge. Fans here on the near side from Rice Lake imploring their defense. Logan Gretz and the Wildcats might have other ideas. Give it to Seth Cole, waiting for a block, cuts it up in there, headed towards the promised land. He is. No indication. They're going to touchdown Seth Cole. I never saw the referee never put his hands up, did he?
I tell you what, that
on the near side, but on Seth Cole, touchdown Seth Cole.
That's a heck of a block by number 62, Zach Paulson on that play. He just devoured his defender on the right side of the field there. That opened up a huge hole for Seth Cole.
That was like a pulling guard on that. He got over there and laid the block, opened it up for Seth, who ran it for a touchdown, and the referees were not very emphatic at all. The kick is up, and that's a nice-looking kick there off the leg of Luke Nelson, who nails that through and makes it 48 for the Wildcats.
I think Seth owes Zach Paulson a slice of pizza tonight for that block, because that block got him in the end zone. Without that, we'd be looking at a third down play right now.
Yeah, you hit it on it in the play earlier, I think. Just doing such a wonderful job in the trenches tonight. Offensive line never gets enough credit, but tonight doing all the work. And what a drive by the River Falls Wildcats.
Just a shocked crowd here at Pug Lund Field here in Rice Lake tonight. They didn't see this coming.
No, that was about a 75-yard drive, roughly.
So different than the other Wildcat touchdown drives, which were all about a minute or two. That was a long touchdown drive, just what they needed.
And took about 8 minutes off the clock, Jeff.
Yes, it did. And Rice Lake, clearly not a team that likes to come from behind. Ball control team that predominantly likes to run with the football. They're going to be forced to pass the ball at this point with just 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
So the River Falls Wildcats have doubled up the Rice Lake Warriors, 48-24.
Let's see if we can get another update on that Hudson Superior game.
Once again, I'm Kevin Westhouse, joined by Jeff Johnson and Bo Hurstein, working the camera tonight, and also third man in the booth when he has some pearls of wisdom to share. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Great football game tonight. The Wildcats offense is clicking on all cylinders right now.
Still at an 8-7 halftime score.
So Luke Nelson will kick off from the 40. The kick is away, a low squib kick, fielded by the up back at the 25 and out to the 35-yard line. That's number 28 who fielded that. Once again, Torian Hubbard.
Play by
Yeah, they've got all those backs. They got 2 of their prime backs deep and the next 2 of their prime backs on the up back. So really, you can try not to kick it to one of their good running backs, but you really can't miss them. They got 4 of them back there.
Well, all 4 are back there. Real interesting to see what they do here. They got 15 minutes of game time left to make up a 24-point deficit. Awfully tough for a running team to do.
Yeah, it is. 3:11 to go in the third quarter. Little kind of an end-around type play, pitch to Darius Clairvaux, who gains 3. Yeah, like you said, unless they're going to get the big hitters that you indicated that they have gotten this year, but with the type of defense the Wildcats are playing tonight, they're going to have a tough time scoring that many points with 15 minutes left in this game.
Exactly. Nice tackle that time by number 52, Chance Kamrowski. Clairvaux, not an easy guy to tackle in a one-on-one situation like that, but just a nice textbook tackle by Kamrowski on that play.
Just a good-looking kid. Can't help but saying it. God, he's a big kid. Another nice play there. They got him wrapped up. Hey, there he is, old number 30 right there for the Wildcats. Jacob Miller back in action tonight after the dislocated shoulder last week. Good to see Jake on the tackle.
Yes, it is. Bo was talking about his injury earlier this evening. Nice tackle there by Jake Miller. They really need him on this defense. 3rd and
7 now for Rice Lake with 2:14, 2:13, 2:12 to go here in the third quarter. Once again, a big, long third down play here for Rice Lake. Back to pass, looking, he's in trouble, and he's down, he's sacked! Maybe not sacked, he might have got back to the line of scrimmage, but Chance Kamrowski.
And Austin Mueller also gets some credit on that play. He was the one that wrapped him up out of legs, and Kamrowski
finished him off. Mule Deer got him around the ankles. He kind of slowed him up. Then Kamrowski took him for the fireman's carry. Six-point play.
Buckley, an awful tough guy to bring down just with one person, but took an army that time, and they were able to get it done. We have an injury on the field for the Warriors.
That's number 58, Adam Struff, the 6'2 junior, 265-pound offensive lineman.
Brings up an interesting call here, Kevin. 4th and 5 from the 39-yard line with a 24-point deficit.
I think you got to punt, don't you?
Well,
because if you don't get it,
I don't know. I mean,
I hear you.
They've only stopped them twice, and that was on 2 fumbles by the Wildcats. Other than that, the Wildcats have scored in every single possession. So,
hey, with this little pause in the action, gives us a chance to thank our sponsor, First National Bank of River Falls. Jeff and Bo getting it done down there, downtown River Falls. You can also find First National Bank in downtown Prescott or on the campus of the University of Wisconsin, River Falls. Thank you, First National Bank, for all you do for River Falls sports.
And it's definitely not just Jeff and Bo. We have a phenomenal staff at First National Bank of River Falls, and they do all the work.
That's awesome. I just don't know all their names, or I would be given the names.
It would take me a while.
Right? And then you start giving 2 names, then you forget somebody, then you're in trouble for that.
Then I get in trouble. So.
But I've been in there, I bank with First National Bank, and it's always friendly, helpful people.
That's great to hear. Thank you, Kevin. We do our best. It looks like they're going to punt.
They are going to punt. Watch for the potential fake, I guess. 4th, and it's a long 5. And they're in punt formation. Adam Fireeisen standing back. Not that deep, really. He's only about 20 yards deep. I'd stay in your lane here.
Yeah, Adam not really sure if they're going to punt either, which probably makes sense here.
They do.
Blocked!
Pregame on the block. Picked up and now advanced forward by number 91 for the Wildcats. So 71 probably Eric Bark. I called 91 earlier.
Well, it is 91, but I think we've determined 91 to 71. Bo, is that what we were? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Bark. So Bark. So 71 on our scorecard. We're 91. So I wasn't seeing things earlier.
No, I wasn't either. I was the one that called it out in the first place. Yeah. I'm like, oh, my eyes that bad?
Right.
No, they're not.
So Eric Bark, blocked by Pregame. Mason Pregame gets in there, gets the block, then Bark picks it up and advances it down to the 19-yard line, and the Wildcats looking to throw a dagger in this thing here in the third quarter.
Another short field here with 1:40 left in the third.
Wow, how huge is that? Now Rice Lake is really back on their heels, Jeff. Now we got a timeout on the field. I think for an injured player, lets them get to the sidelines, and 51 for Rice Lake is in the game.
If anybody has any Hudson Superior updates, feel free to send them to me. Again, at halftime, it was Hudson 8, Superior 7.
51 for Rice Lake is not on the card either. Both teams going deep to the bench. Oh, now number 11 is late to the party. Jamie Frazier for Rice Lake is in the game. So with 1:40 to go here in the third quarter, it's 48-24 Wildcats, and they've got a short field after the block punt by Mason Pregame.
Shout out to the Campbell crew. Gary, Dawn, and Ethan watching tonight.
The Barbarian gets to the outside, headed for the promised land. He's in! Touchdown Wildcats! Seth Cole! Woo! On a 20-yard scamper. Oh, baby. If you blink, you missed it. Little handoff. He bounces it to the outside. I had mentioned the Rice Lake Warriors are back on their heels. Look really flat right there. And Seth Cole said, give me the football. And he ran it right down their throat for 20 yards and a Wildcat touchdown.
Again, great blocking up front by the Wildcat offensive line there. And you can see their excitement. We got Nate Oddie jumping up and down there, celebrating the score. Wildcat O-line doing some work.
Wow.
There's Nate Oddie showing his wheels there. Sprinting back on the field. He was so excited he ran off.
The hold's good. The kick is up. It is blocked
Another block.
and not good. So the Wildcats tack on 6 more after the Seth Cole 20-yard touchdown run. And that'll make it 54-24 with 1:32 to go in the third quarter. And right now, I think it's almost fair to say the Wildcats are putting one on the Rice Lake Warriors right now.
This will send some major shockwaves through the state of Wisconsin tonight, Kevin, when they see this score.
You know, we did talk about that in our very pregame tonight, that the Rice Lake Warriors were giving up points this year. And they had one, they were 4-0 and scoring a lot of points, but they were also giving up points. And tonight, the potent Wildcat offense has maybe exposed the Rice Lake Warriors defense.
They certainly have. Rice Lake did graduate a lot of seniors last year that played a lot of quality football on their way to the state championship victory over New Berlin Eisenhower last year in Division III. However, they do have some kids back. Their quarterback is back, Peyton Buckley, along with some other skill position players. The Clairville brothers played quite a bit last year as well. So just an all-around great night of football so far for the Cats.
Still a lot of football to play. No one get relaxed yet if you're on the Wildcat sideline. No celebrating. You still got a little over a quarter to play, and anything can happen on these crazy nights.
Yeah, but I think you called out a dagger before, didn't you?
I said it might be the dagger. I don't know, but I don't even think it's appropriate to call dagger in the third quarter.
I'm gonna call out the dagger right now.
Oh my gosh!
I am.
There you go.
I'm taking a risk here.
I like it. Bouncing ball fielded on the 12-yard line and swarmed down by a very, very jacked up River Falls Wildcat team. Peter Noreen on the tackle.
Peter Noreen has had a fantastic football season so far. He is.
That's baby powder. I can smell it.
Yes, it is. It's been about 5-6 years since I smelled that, Kevin. But I've smelled it a lot over the last 20-some years.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All those kids.
More than most dudes.
Right?
Yep.
You're like, it makes you want to go change a diaper, doesn't it?
Not exactly. Nope. No, not so much.
Oh, man. So here we go. Hand it off, and the 7-yard gain, and the Wildcats are going to be content now to let, or maybe allow Rice Lake to crack off those 5- and 7-yard runs and burn clock. 1:13, 1:12, 1:11, 1:10 to go in the third quarter. Your scoreboard is correct. 54-24 Wildcats late in the third quarter. Buckley under center. Will stick to the run game. He's got a man, he's got yardage, he's got speed, and he's probably going to get, nope. Yep. Nice hustle. Ball's down, he's down. Who was pursuing there?
That was Jared Crean.
Jared
that caught
Crean.
Him. Nobody's going to outrun Jared Crean. But definitely a nice run by.
I think it was Crean and Cleveland. They were both pursuing hard and ran him down. That's a big tackle, though, with 46.7 seconds to go. You can't let them score quickly.
We're watching the replay here. That was Drost.
Drost on the carry, and it was Jackson Cleveland and Kareen on the tackle. Pitch out to the far side to Clairvaux.
Darius working his way out inside the 20.
Who gets forced out of bounds with 33.9 seconds to go after a gain of about 7. Nose of the ball will dress up against the 20-yard line with 33.9 seconds to go. I'm sure this Rice Lake Warriors team, there's no quit in them. They're going to fight till the end. Clock stopped after that out-of-bounds play. Buckley hands it off to the up back. I believe that's Torian Hubbard, I believe.
Nice play there by the Wildcat defense.
That was Dalton Drost again, Jeff.
Mason Prigge and Austin Mueller, among others.
Now the clock runs. That might be the final play here in the third quarter, but now there's an official timeout. It was going to be the final play, but there's an official timeout. We have got Drost that has to come out. I don't know if his chin strap came undone or helmet came off or something, but Drost has to come out for a play.
Looks like he's bleeding on his elbow.
Oh, yeah.
They tape him up there.
So Drost is out for a play that stopped the clock. Let's see if they put the clock back in motion now, and let's see if Rice Lakes gets to the line for one more play.
Apparently they don't start the clock on that.
Wow.
I think they should, but
11.8 seconds to go.
Nope, now it's starting. A little late.
That was Torian Hubbard, wasn't it? 8:28?
Actually, Buckley with the keeper.
Faked the handoff to Torian Hubbard. Buckley with the keeper. First down, 3.3 seconds to go. Now the clock's going to run, and that was the final play of the third quarter. So, 3 quarters now are in the books, Jeff and Bo, and audience. Wildcats 54, Rice Lake Warriors 24. We're moving to the fourth quarter.
Some more shout-outs here while we have some time. We have Braden Hare, got the Hare family cheering on the Cats on the way up north. Let's see, Lisa Cernahouse watching from Kewanee, Wisconsin. Go Cats, go. The mayor, Don Richards, giving us some Hudson scores. Hudson now up 16-7 over Superior. And Nancy Crest, way to go Wildcats, from Peter Noreen's family.
In Texas. Welcome aboard. That was a big third quarter for the Wildcats. They capitalized on the block punt. They punched it in the end zone. And we got a couple scores, I guess, in the third quarter. But still having trouble converting those extra points, Jeff.
Yes, they are. Well, they've kicked quite a few of them, Kevin. So
yeah.
They are 6 out of 8 this evening. More baseball scores. Top of the 7th, Reds 2, Cubs 0. Brewer fans will be happy to see that.
How about the Brew Crew? Still 3-3?
Still tied, bottom of the 5th. Looks like they got a couple guys on base here.
First and 10, Warriors.
All right, so let's reset this now. First and 10 for the Rice Lake Warriors. They're down all the way to the 14-yard line of the River Falls Wildcats. They need to punch it in early and often here in the fourth quarter, and the River Falls Wildcats need to get big and strong. There's a 4 or 5 yard run for Rice Lake. Torian Hubbard on the carry, Cam Ruski on the tackle. Second, now is a gain of about 6. 2nd and 4 now for Rice Lake. Buckley under center. Hands it off to the second back, who's headed towards pay dirt, but he won't get there. Tackled by a host of Wildcats.
As Rice Lake continues on with this.
Jared Crean, little gimpy coming up there.
Looks like he's okay.
Yep, he's going to stay in the game. Maybe a cramp. He kind of came out stiff-legged.
Rice Lake is tailor-made for close ball control type games where the score doesn't get out of hand and they can grind the clock. But in a game like this, they really struggle because it takes them a long time to score.
11:06, 11:05, 11:04 to go. Buckley hands off, not in, and that's okay. More clock will run. He's second down and goal now from about the 1, maybe the 1 foot line. 10:49, 10:48, 10:47 to go.
It's played by that Wildcat defense wide. Porter in on the mix.
Peyton Buckley under center. Man in motion. He'll keep it and score. Peyton Buckley on the keeper. Dances in for 6 more points, and I'm assuming they're going to go for 2.
It's kind of their MO.
That'll put a 30 spot on the board for Rice Lake. Looking to tack on 2 more.
Turning this back to a 3-score game.
Once again, Buckley gives it to the up back, and this time the ball's down, and that was given to number 28. Again, that was Torian Hubbard, who did not get the end zone that time, and finally the Wildcats hold on a extra point, 2-point conversion.
It's their first stop and 4 attempts on 2-point conversions.
Yeah, that time the Wildcats, it's probably something Coach Crail had talked about in halftime with his team. You get in those situations, they were allowing that little fake, and then the quarterback just kind of dances in on the edge. That time, everybody stayed in their lane and shut that down.
Everybody stayed home. Wildcat defense did a really nice job there of controlling Hubbard as he tried to get in the end zone. Onside kick here, Kevin?
You probably start thinking about that. With 10:32 to go in the game, and the Rice Lake Warriors down by 24.
Looks like the hands team might be out there.
I would put the hands team up. I see Joe Stoffel up front and Nate Brixman up front and Jake Miller up front and Fire Eisen up front and Peter Noreen up front. That is the hands team.
Cleveland and
nobody. Seth Cole is kind of deep. You're right, though. You're down by 24 with 10:32 to go. You're going to need the football.
Yes, you are.
And with the way that the Wildcats offense is going, they're going to be able to grind out another 6 minutes if they get it back here. Up a little pooch kick, far side.
Well,
knocked it
trouble.
Out of bounds.
He's got it.
They get it. They got it. Rice Lake with a little pooch kick. And right near the sidelines. He was real close to the sidelines. Referees conferred a bit, and they said he was in bounds. And Rice Lake gets the onside kick, and they're in business.
We're going to watch the replay here and see if
he was in bounds or not. What do you got, Bo?
We're going to see if I can get if the replay is good on the picture, too. I did the best I could.
You watch that, Jeff. I'll watch the play here in the field. Back to pass, looking down the field. He's got a man. It's caught by Darius Clairvaux, who works his way all the way down to the 9-yard line, and Clairvaux will take it to 1st and goal for Rice Lake.
I think the only thing questionable about that onside, or that pooch kick, I guess is what you'd call it, is, I mean, the ball was clearly in bounds. It was whether the Rice Lake player had his feet out of bounds, and on the replay it was difficult to tell because, not because of Bo's fine camera work, but because the Warrior bench was kind of in the way.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, the referee was right there, and they did talk about it, and they conferred and said, yeah, he was in bounds. So it'll be 1st and goal now from the 10-yard line for Rice Lake with 10:22 to go, and just like that, this 24-point lead shrinking.
Yes, it is. 30 at one point.
Peyton Buckley comes over and talks to Dan Hill, his head coach. Injured player. Oh, that was Darius Clairvaux, who was maybe dinged up a little bit in the play. Now he runs off the field. Yeah, football's a funny game. We've seen some Packers-Seahawks games where didn't the Seahawks score like didn't they score like 66 points with a minute left or something like that?
Those out of I tried to block those out of my mind. Kevin?
Yeah, right.
The 2014 NFC Championship game.
God, good grief.
I don't think I slept for a week after that game.
I'm still not sleeping because of that. All right. It's 1st and goal now for Rice Lake from the 10-yard line. They're down by 24, but they got the football, and they're knocking on the door.
Brewers back up for 3 on a Jesus Aguilar sacrifice fly.
There you go. Hit it to the fence. Get him in. All right, here we go. Peyton Buckley's got his team to the line. He's going to keep it, and he's in big trouble. Now being pursued, he's going to chuck it to the back of the end zone. No one there. I guess not grounding. I guess went over a tight end's head, so nice job by Buckley getting rid of that and saving a huge loss on his potential sack. 2nd and goal now from the 10.
Nice pursuit that time by number 3, Austin Mueller.
Could you hand me that phone there?
The 5'8", 210-pound junior. Wyatt Porter also in the vicinity.
Oh, these guys. You knocked our mic down right there. Runs it up the middle. It's going to burn some more clock. Gain of about 4. Takes it down to about the 6. 2nd and be 3rd and goal now from the 6. Definitely 4-down territory.
Under 10 minutes left here in the 4th.
9:56, 9:55, and the clock continues to tick. If you're a Wildcat fan, not fast enough. Man in motion. Buckley on a little cross-buck play again, headed towards the end zone, but snuffed out by the Wildcats. It'll now be 4th and goal. Big play there.
2.5, 4th down.
It's about the 5th time they've run that, and it hasn't been successful since the first time they ran it.
That's correct. First time it was successful, and the Wildcats are doing a good job of reading that play now. Let's see what they do here in 4th down.
Basically simulating a 2-point conversion. It'll be 4th and goal from the 3.
Must score here for the Warriors.
Nope, now we've got a timeout called by River Falls. No, it's not a timeout. We have a
Officials timeout.
Luke Nelson has to come out. Maybe, I don't know if he's got some blood or a helmet or something, but the referee says Luke Nelson has to come out for a play.
Doesn't look happy about it either.
No, not at all. Here we go. Big play, 4th and goal from the 3. Changing the play at the line now. They had a play called. They're changing it up. Making sure everybody knows. He's going to keep it. It's Hubbard up the middle, I guess, and he is no indication. In touchdown. I thought that Buckley kept that, but he gave it to Hubbard up the middle, and there was a big pile and no early indication. And the Rice Lake Warriors were imploring he was in, and finally the referees agreed with him and said, yep, that's 6. And with 8:55 to go, 6 more points for Rice Lake.
You won't see a later touchdown call than that.
Wow. Going for 2 one more time.
Trying to turn this
Roll
into a
out.
2-score game.
Going to pass, got a man,
Got him.
touchdown, 2-point conversion completed. And nobody turned this off yet, because now with 8:55 to go, it is River Falls 54, Rice Lake 38, and is it too early to say we got a ball game?
No, I don't think so. Huge onside kick again here, which I'm certain the Warriors will go back to. They haven't stopped the Wildcats all night except for the 2 fumbles. So that's really their only shot here, in my opinion, is to...
Yeah, 16-point lead for the Wildcats. It sounds comfortable. But basically, that's 2 scores. And especially the way they've been punching in those 2-point conversions.
Yes. The crowd here at Puglund Field showing a little bit of life.
Little YMCA will always get the crowd a little jacked up.
Hands team once again. It looks like they're in the identical formation that they were last time.
Let's see if they have an alternate onside kick or they go back to the same thing.
Well, they're lined up pretty much the same way they were last time, it looks like.
Here we go, potential onside kick situation again with 8:55 to go. Wildcats need the football back. It's another little
There it
pooch
is.
kick. Fair catch call.
Nice. Very nice call by number 10, Jackson Cleveland there.
Jackson Cleveland puts a fair catch up, and you can fair catch that, and he did.
Now it's time to run the ball, run the clock out, and win the game.
I like it.
And go home.
And go home happy.
Get back on that road for that 2-hour car ride.
Each team still with 3 timeouts. No timeouts have been taken. All the timeouts in this half have been official timeouts. So both teams with their full basket of 3 timeouts. So you're not going to run the clock out, but you need to take some time off the clock here if you're David Crail and the Wildcats.
Just a few guys in the box here on defense.
Seth Cole, stay in bounds, run it up in there.
There we go.
5 yards, and the clock runs. I mean, you don't even have to tell him to hang on to the football. He knows it here.
And you'll hear about it tonight when he gets home, too.
I guess they'll give him 4. 2nd and 6 now for the Wildcats. Logan Gretz looks to the sidelines. He gets the call. It's Coach Schurz down to Coach Crail. Out to quarterback Logan Gretz, who shares it with his team. 8:21, 8:20, 8:19 to go. 2nd down and 6 for the Wildcats. Still let the thing run all the way down. Low snap, give it to Seth Cole, who's got first down yardage and more. Nice hard 10-yard run right there by Seth Cole, knocking those guys backwards as he hits them in mid-stride. 10-yard gain, 1st and 10, Wildcats. Move the chains.
Huge play by number 25 there, Seth Cole. And great job again by that Wildcat offensive line, opening up a big hole. Alex Klecker, Zach Paulson on that side of the line doing a nice job.
Boy, these teams are going to start watching game film of Seth Cole and what he does to players in the open field. They're going to start getting a little gun shy trying to tackle him one-on-one.
Especially in the second half of football games when everybody's tired.
Wear him down. Gretz hands it off to the Barbarian, who's got the near side. Stay in bounds, and he gets out of bounds. That'll stop the clock after a gain of about 3. 7:39 to go. But more importantly for Rice Lake, the clock stops there. Still has all their timeouts. All about moving the chains now.
Another couple first downs here and almost salted away.
Gretz to Cole, who runs it up real close to first down yardage. Let's see where they mark it.
Nate Oddie, if you get a chance to watch that play again, number 67, nearly decleated a Rice Lake defensive lineman. He went flying in the air about 5 yards backwards.
Which helped Seth Cole get the yardage he needed for another Wildcat first down, move the chains, and the clock runs. 7:29, 7:28, 7:27 to go. Wildcats make their way to the line. They'll let the back judge get this thing wound all the way down to under 5 seconds. And they'll hike it, and here we go. Cole dancing, looking for holes, running guys over, and another 7 yards. It's getting fun now, isn't it?
Yes, it is. That Wildcat O-line just wearing them down.
Now we're just under 7 minutes to go. 2nd and a long 2. We'll call it 3. Now the clock is definitely becoming a factor as we hit the 6:40 mark left in the ball game.
Almost time for the Warriors to start using their timeouts here.
After they get this first down, they're going to have to. Seth Cole is another first down, running to daylight. He's got the 10-yard line and just one shoestring tackle away from taking that one to the house.
Darius Clervaux with the shoestring tackle, like you said, Kevin, prevented another 6 points and a 60 spot for the Cats.
60 burger. Now the clock runs, and we'll see what Rice Lake elects to do. Clock just continues to run. 6:24, 6:23, 6:22, 6:21. Wildcats slowly come to the line.
Pretty sure I know what's happening here, Kevin.
You think they're going to hand it to number 25?
Good chance.
Well, why not?
There it is.
Cole bounces it to the outside. And now headed towards about the 6-yard line as he falls forward to about the 6.
Near the 6.
Nice hard run again. I thought that Rice Lake was not going to be able to hold containment there and let him get to the edge, but they bounced outside and just got him arm around his leg and took him down after about a 6-yard gain.
You know, there is nobody deep for the Rice Lake Warriors. A play action pass would probably work very well right here, as they all think it's going to go to Cole.
Rixman here to the near side.
I'd be shocked, though, Bo.
Cole bounces it, now back up the middle. Doesn't quite get first down yardage. It'll be 3rd and about 2 with 5:18, 5:17, 5:16 to go in the contest.
Maybe on this down, though.
Maybe. You know, up by 16, the 3 points would help here. Do you kick a field goal on 4th down?
There's some risk involved there, too.
There is.
Block.
Let's not get there. Let's get this first down, and that we don't have to make that decision. I guess we don't have to make any decision, but speaking for the coaching staff. 3rd and 1. Cole running hard. I think he's got first down yardage, Jeff.
It's close. We do not have a signal yet.
No signal, but I think he's got it. I'm looking at this. They're going to official timeout. They're going to measure. So I know.
Oh, they gave him first down.
Did they give him first down?
Yes.
1st and goal now for the Wildcats with 4:31 to go. Now we're going to put the clock in motion. 4:30, 4:29, 4:28. Kind of surprised Rice Lake sitting on their timeouts.
I am a little bit too. See what happens here on this play if they start to use them now.
Cole headed towards the end zone. He has
A little bit short.
Just short.
Cole stopped short.
You know, probably not a bad thing.
Backed up by Groff
Take
and
more clock.
Wagner.
4-minute mark now. 3:59, 3:58 to go. 54-38 Wildcats.
Maybe they're saving their timeouts for offense, Kevin, given the fact that they run the ball so much.
Boy, you get down 38-60, though. It's going to be
Then-
pretty tough.
Then it's over.
Yeah. I know you gave the dagger early.
gave the dagger.
But I got it. My holster is loose right now.
About
so
40 minutes ago, I think.
my
I did.
holster's loose. Cole, and
Now
there
it's- now it's
is
real loose.
your dagger.
Wildcats.
60.
60-38 on a Seth Cole 1-yard run. And I can tell you right now, River Falls Wildcat football fans haven't been able to call a 60 in a long time.
Nope. Absolutely not. Not against a team of this caliber either. Undefeated, ranked number 3 in Division 3. Defending state champs.
Kick is up. It looks good, and it is good. And if 60 wasn't good enough, let's throw up one more and make it 61-38 with 3:27 to go here in the contest. And the River Falls Wildcats are in their driver's seat, and I believe it's pretty safe to say on their way to another conference victory.
Puts them in a really nice position heading into homecoming next week against Eau Claire Memorial, who right now, last time we checked, is down 10 points to Chippewa Falls. Schedule sets up real nice for the Wildcats as they come into the home stretch. Not to say that it'll be easy to get through the rest of the season, but at this point they got to be thinking they got a pretty good shot at running the table, Kevin.
Yeah, they do. They do. Boy, I mean, even the game they lost, you look at those last 3 football games, just outstanding performances by the Wildcats.
Absolutely, all 3. I think the Hudson game, even though they lost right at the end, like you said, they had a chance to win.
They did.
Gave them a lot of confidence.
It did. They learned a lot from that game. Even though in the loss column, they learned a ton. They learned about their ability, that they can compete with teams, and then learn how to win.
And I think they learned a lot last week, too, when they got down 18-0.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you didn't see any panic in the Wildcats, their coaching staff nor their players. And they just regrouped at halftime. They got a big touchdown right before the end of the first half and they're off and running.
Correct. Anybody else chiming in, celebrating with us on the YouTube tonight in the chat session? The chat board's lighting up. Nothing good now.
Nobody knew.
Okay, there we go. 3:27 to go. Wildcats can kick off. Luke Nelson kicks it away. Low line drive kick. Fielded here on the near side at the 10-yard line by Graydon Clark, number 21. Fields that. Moves it out to the 25-yard line. And Rice Lake will set up shop. 1st and 10 on the road, 25 with 3:21 to go in the contest.
Looks like we're getting a few subs coming into the game, Kevin.
Okay, what do we got?
Some second teamers coming into the game right now, so that's good. Good to see. Get those guys some minutes.
We do have a final from Superior. Hudson 16, Superior 7.
Give him a good scare, though. Maybe Superior's got some talent. I know Bo's going to bring all the gear up there and give you the JV game and the varsity game when this team travels, when the squad travels to Superior. Still going to run the ball. Moves it out about 8 yards.
Actually, Kevin, that'll be the freshman game.
Freshman game.
Freshmen
Okay.
play at I believe 4 o'clock. I'll try to have that online too. Maybe not a lot of commentary, but at least folks that can't make it will be able to at least see the game, and then we'll have the varsity game as well. Again, depending on who we have able to go up there.
Is that in 3 weeks?
That is. Yep. October 5th.
Are you leaving tomorrow for that game?
Yeah,
then?
exactly. And I'm bringing all my winter gear.
Another handoff up the middle. 1st down yardage. The clock will stop to spot the ball.
1st down.
Should I go down to the field and try to get an interview with Logan Gretz?
Sure.
Why don't I do that? You just
try to
hold
call
this?
the rest of the game here.
So I'm going to do a test when I get down there, and then you give me a thumbs up if you can hear me.
Okay,
And then I'll
perfect.
get them, okay?
Sounds good. We'll give you some finals here. We have another one from the Big Rivers Conference. Menominee 42, Eau Claire North 0. The Mustangs extend their winning streak over the Huskies to 27 games. Here we got Kevin Westhouse headed down towards the field, so the last 2 minutes you guys will get to listen to the inexperience. Jeff Johnson and Bo Herstein here.
Trying to do double duty here, camera and talk, so that might not be good, but I'll do the best I can.
Got the handoff to, looks like
Fisher across midfield.
we have all kinds of reserves in right now for both teams.
Looked like maybe number 14 for Rice Lake.
Javante Beach.
I think that's him.
First down for the Warriors.
Maybe number 10 as well. Like Zach Fisher, it could be.
A new quarterback in, number 26, Tristan Schur.
Right side Fisher to the 45.
Let's see who's out there on the field right now for the Cats. We got Connor Cardell. I see we have number 4, Isaiah Gray, a sophomore. Number 23, Alex Mashesky. Number 14, Jaden Schwantz.
85, Arsenio Black.
I'll call names after this play. Looks like number 85, Arsenio Black with the tackle there. Nice carry by number 21, Graydon Clark. Wholesale substitutions here now. Let's see. Damian Hayes running off the field right now, being replaced by, looks like Marcus Cudd. Back to pass. It's a completion to number 31, Jacob Resnick, it looks like. We'll check that, number 21, Graydon Clark. Tackled by Michael Krieger there, saving the touchdown with 32 seconds left here in the game. 61-38. Wildcats.
The clock is running. Hopefully we can get a stop here and no more points on the board.
Pitch goes back to number 21, Graydon Clark. We have another timeout by the Cats.
By the Warriors.
Or by the Warriors, I'm sorry.
It's John Firth, I believe, on that tackle. Number 9.
Big hit by Firth. Brewers now up 6-3 against the Pirates. .3 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 61-38. River Falls leading Rice Lake.
We got Westy heading down to the sidelines, try to get a hold of somebody to do a little post-game interview. So stick to that. Stay tuned for that. That should be good. Good radio and television.
We'll try to get some final statistics from you from our good friends here in Rice Lake who've done a great job of taking care of us tonight. Second and 6 at the 6. Give is to number 10, Zach Fisher, it looked like. Stopped just short of the goal line at about the 1. Another timeout for the Warriors. Rice Lake desperately trying to get another score here before the game's over. With 12.1 seconds remaining. Lots of new faces continue coming in and out for the Cats. Jose Ceja.
See Gabe Globitz out there. Josh Helmanowski.
Alex Kilm. We've called most of them. Let's see if we can get a stop here.
3rd and 1 from the 1.
The give goes to Fisher. Zach Fisher in the end zone for a touchdown for the Warriors. What's left of the Rice Lake crowd here is excited about that. That brings the score to River Falls 61. Rice Lake 44 with just 8.5 seconds left in the game.
I bet they go for 2, Jeff.
Well,
what do you think?
I'm not sure they have an extra point kicker even on their squad.
They may not.
If they do, we haven't seen them tonight.
Throwing it.
Nice hit by number 31, Connor Cardell, right there. Shot through the line of scrimmage and made a big tackle of the quarterback, number 26, Tristan Schurer. That leaves the score with 8.5 seconds left, 61-44 Cats.
Well, 8.5 seconds left in the game. Wildcats up 61-44. Stay with us after the game. We'll see if we can get you some stats of the game. We'll try to track somebody down for that. I see Derek Hackle over there, maybe able to give us a hand. If not, our friendly Rice Lake folks have been great to us tonight, giving us stats at halftime. So might be able to get you some stats. And Kevin might be able to get us a sideline interview here at some point.
We're still waiting to hear from Kevin if he's made it down to the field and getting his microphone to work properly.
Yeah. I'm assuming he didn't get jumped on his way down.
He's going to try to get an interview, he said, with quarterback Logan Gretz. Kicking for the Warriors, number 17, Jaden Neiman. Kicks it deep. Seth Cole still in the game.
Not 100% sure they have a second team kickoff return.
Well,
So I saw a lot of guys out there. Peter Noreen was out there. Adam was out there. Jake Miller was out there. So I do see the starting offense out there,
you do.
minus Seth Cole running off. But I see. I'm assuming they best just kneel on it here.
Brett's about to take a knee, and that'll be your ball game. And there it is. And your final score here from Pug Lund Field in Rice Lake, Wisconsin. It's the River Falls Wildcats, 61. The defending Division III state champion Rice Lake Warriors, 44. You heard right, Bo.
A lot of points on the board tonight. I think the over was good, wasn't it?
I think I called that about 6:45 tonight, that the over might be a good play, and it certainly was. 105 points scored by both teams. Just a fantastic offensive performance tonight, Bo, by the Wildcats. First half led by Logan Gretz, who went 14 of 15 for over 300 yards. And in the second half, it was all Seth Cole and the Wildcat offensive line.
The offensive line had a really nice game in the second half. You know, we can say Seth Cole had some nice yards, but really he doesn't have
Stop
those
if you
yards
can
at
hear
the
me.
offensive line. Yep,
We got
can hear you.
We can hear you, Kevin. Kevin Westhouse right now on the field trying to chase somebody down. Looks like Logan Gretz has his attention.
Let you get with your team. I'm with Logan Gretz. Logan, he threw for almost 400 yards tonight. Talk to us about your team coming into this game. Was passing in the plan tonight?
Yes, passing definitely was in the game. I mean, as you guys probably saw last week against Menominee, we didn't have the best passing schemes. I mean, our passing game wasn't there, but Seth Cole made up for that. And today, our passing game was there, and it worked out perfect.
Do you have enough money in your wallet to buy pizza for your offensive line?
I did not get hit one time. All credit to my own line right there.
Yeah, we were giving a lot of shout-outs to the O-line. Just a great job giving you time in the pocket, very poised. You only had to scamper about one time.
Definitely, our O-line, they're awesome.
How about Jared Crane? Is he your favorite target?
Jared Crean, he runs about a 4.3, so yeah, he's my favorite target. He's pretty good.
You guys are hooked.
Nice chemistry together.
So your team now, I mean, 3 big games in a row. You had one loss in there, but you probably learned from that loss. Looking forward, how are you guys feeling about the rest of your season?
Honestly, if we do what we're supposed to do, we shouldn't lose a game the rest of the season.
I like the confidence. I like the swagger. I like what you guys done. You're very entertaining. The folks in River Falls are very excited about what you're doing. Great game tonight. Logan Gretz, get with your team and celebrate. Back up to you, Jeff and Bo.
Thanks, Kevin. And thank you, Logan. Again, the final score here from Rice Lake. The Wildcats defeat the Rice Lake Warriors by a score of 61-44. We have some statistics here, courtesy of the great staff here at Rice Lake High School. We'll go through them with you real quick. Team stats, first of all, River Falls had 533 total yards of offense tonight versus Rice Lake 445. So between both teams, almost 1,000. Passing yards, River Falls 348, Rice Lake 69. Rushing yards, no surprise, Rice Lake 376 versus River Falls 185. Most of River Falls rushing yards took place in the second half. Statistics first for Rice Lake. Dalton Drost, 10 carries for 125 yards, long of 48. Torian Hubbard, 20 carries for 65. Peyton Buckley, 9 carries for 46 yards and 2 touchdowns. Hubbard had 3 touchdowns, by the way. Marquez Clairvaux, 6 carries for 44 yards, and Dieris Clairvaux, 9 carries for 43 yards for the Warriors. Passing, Peyton Buckley was 2 of 6 for 47 yards, long of 25. Receiving for the Warriors, Dieras Clairvaux, 1 reception for 22 yards. For the Wildcats tonight, first we'll start with rushing. Seth Cole, 33 carries, 174 yards, average of 5.2 per carry, long of 19, 4 rushing touchdowns tonight for Seth Cole. Passing, Logan Gretz, 17 completions out of 18 attempts, 348 yards, including over 300 in the first half, 5 touchdown passes tonight for Logan Gretz. Just a phenomenal performance by the man you just heard out in the field with Kevin. Receiving, Jared Crean, 7 catches, 156 yards, 3 touchdowns. Great night again for Jared Crean. Seth Cole, 2 catches for 77 yards and a touchdown. Got the game started off with a 63-yard reception on the second play. Joe Stoffel, a nice night, 3 receptions, for 61 yards and a touchdown. Peyton Flood, 3 receptions for 37. Nate Rixman, 2 receptions for 17 yards. All in all, just a fantastic performance all the way around for the Wildcats, Bo.
It was a really nice game all around by the Wildcats. A lot of good rushing yards, good passing yards. Second half, being able to have the offensive line open things up for the run and use the clock a little bit. It was really nice.
Well, that sure makes the trip north worthwhile, doesn't it? Wow.
It certainly does. Getting back to that offensive line, the first half, their pass protection was fantastic. Second half, like you said, their run blocking was awesome.
Yeah, did you hear Logan? He said, I don't even think I got touched tonight.
I don't think he did either, other than the one time he carried the ball and kind of dove out of bounds at the 3-yard line. That was it for that. So
well, that was fun. I tell you what, why don't we put a big red bow around this thing and move on to homecoming next week in River Falls. So on behalf of Rice Lake, who have been great hosts here this evening, including catered food, thank you to them for allowing us to come up here and broadcast in their booth, the River Falls Wildcat Football. My color commentator, Jeff Johnson, cameraman extraordinaire and third man in the booth tonight, Bo Herstein. I'm Kevin Westhouse. Thanks again for joining us, everybody, and until next time, good night.